Hello there, good morning. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Sean, how you doing?
I'm really good, are you?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah, very good.
We're full of the joys of spring, even though it's autumn. Does that make sense? Anyway, we have got such a fantastic few hours ahead. The prices today, Adam, are just ridiculous. But, it's a really good time to buy from us here at YouGarden because we often clear stock, basically. We don't want to hold a lot of stock over the winter, so we do reduce our stock levels. We do some massive discounts at this time of the year. But having said that, it's a brilliant time to plant, isn't it?
It is now because the soil is warm. It's been warmed up all summer long. It's moist now as well because we're getting the rain. So those roots will get into the ground really quickly. And next spring, those shrubs, those plants, those perennials are going to zoom away really, really fast in the warm spring sunshine.
It's also a great time to plan ahead. So we've got lots of autumn and winter bedding. We've got spring bulbs for you as well. If you are new to the live stream, my name's Sean Ryan. This is Adam Wilcott. He has got a sign behind him saying free P&P. Yes, you didn't know that was there, did you? And all you need to do, if you want to get free postage on everything on the show, and that includes compost, it includes pots, it includes really big plants, then you just need to use the offer code, which is YGTV3925. And that will give you the free postage, but it will also unlock lots of extra discounts and promotions.
Which is brilliant, which is
really
good.
Yeah, really good.
You need that. It's like your little secret key to all the good things.
It is. I like that. Secret key,
yeah.
yes.
Just enter that key and it all opens up for you, all those wonderful offers.
And you can also get in touch with Adam and I. You can either chat on YouTube and Facebook, or you can send us an email. In fact, we'd love to see some pictures as well, wouldn't we?
We would. Yeah,
yes.
we like pictures.
So ygtv@yougarden.com. Just send in your pictures, send in your messages, and we'll read as many out as possible. Right. I think we should stay here, Adam, and talk about this incredible salvia because it's been actually the most popular plant this week on YouGarden, and I'm not surprised. How beautiful is that?
It's a stunner, Salvia amistad, and it's a late performer. So, I mean, it starts flowering in August. It goes through September. I mean, we're October, aren't we, this week? And look at it. Even though we're coming into October, this still looks fantastic. This is one of those plants that gives you that incredible colour late into the season, along with your things like your dahlias, your chrysanthemums. It keeps that summer feeling going in the garden. It keeps your border fresh, updated, alive, vibrant and colourful. And if you plant it in the right spot, it'll come back for you year after year after year.
Right, very important. Get it in your basket now. Don't check out because there are loads of other great offers. But make sure you get that in your basket because the price is ridiculous. It's $9.34 for club members. By the way, if you're not a club member, you can join today. It's £10 for the year on auto renewal, and that will give you 15% off all of our plants and our compost and our pots as well. But you might even want to go. I'm thinking, Adam, I mean, a lot of garden designers like yourself, you plant in threes. You could go for three of those.
Oh, definitely. I mean, at that price, Sean, I mean, £9.34 and that discount club price is just phenomenal. I mean, three of these for what, 9.80, 27, 28 quid is just sort of crazy. No shipping to pay, free P&P. I can see some garden centres charging you perhaps nearly £15 just for one plant that size in that size pot.
Well, a garden centre near me would charge more than that, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. You can see.
I live near a very posh garden centre that's lovely, but on the pricey side. Now, we've also got, I think that is going to fly, by the way, it's a top seller, so if you want it, get it in your basket now. $10.99 on $9.34. We are getting busy on the chat as well. Neil's here. Hello, Neil. He said he was going to be in. Anne, Julia. She's going to be bulb planting today. George is here as well. Marissa, waiting for more soil to be delivered. By the way, everyone, get your compost today as well, because we've got an amazing offer on compost. Mad price on that as well. But yeah, we love the fact that so many of you are chatting amongst yourselves as well. Right, so this week, Adam, I finally took down my summer baskets. They'd really gone over, you know what I mean? I'd held on, then suddenly they just looked dreadful.
Did you kind of take them out and it was just one huge, massive root?
It was, yeah.
Just no soil, just root.
Yeah, they'd had it. They'd exhausted themselves. Maybe yours are the same. Well, what we've got right now, a pair of pre-planted hanging baskets, 21.23 for for club members, and that's a delivered price, remember. And these aren't any old pansies. These are Pansy Cool Wave Berries and Cream. I think I'm going to say it. That is my favourite winter pansy, and it's our top-selling pansy at YouGarden.
Yeah, and you can get up to 10 months of flower from these, which is phenomenal. I mean, they're flowering now. They're going to be flowering on Halloween, Guy Fawkes, Christmas, Valentine's, Easter, May bank holidays. They just keep flowering and flowering and flowering. They take a little bit of a holiday about July, August time. And all you've got to do is 3 things with these. Deadhead them, take off the dead flower heads, stop the seeds being produced, water them, and even check them in the wintertime and feed them. And you'll just get months and months and months of fantastic colour. And you get a little bit of fragrance on these as well. And the flowers are edible. And also they'll tumble and trail up to 30 to 40 centimetres over the side of the pots and containers. And what's more, you can have these just sitting on your table in your garden if you want. Or you can put the hangers on. And you can have them as hanging baskets as well.
Because they just clip on and off. Those are included.
You decide.
But I've just picked these from the nursery. That's what they look like right now. That's how they're going to be delivered. This was actually the first plant that we showed on YGTV almost 2 years ago. It's our best-selling pansy. It was the world's first trailing pansy, and berries and cream is a spectacular colour combination. You know, if you want to theme your winter garden, those lovely cool purples and blues and whites are absolutely superb. Big saving today, £15 is your saving, and the club discount price is $21.23. We are going to be very busy this morning by the looks of things. Loads of you watching, and loads of you I'm sure will be ordering as well. Right, what do we do next, Adam?
Oh, we could do the hibiscus.
Do you don't call it hibiscus?
I know what I'm joking about. Only when I'm acting a fool, which is quite regular, actually.
I tell you what, though, this is we both love hibiscus, but the hammerbow is a stunner.
It is a stunner, and the thing, when you look at them, Sean, because when you go on holiday to those lovely hot sort of places, you see hibiscus growing there, and you always think, oh, I can't grow hibiscus in the UK because they're not frost tolerant. Well, these look as tropical and as beautiful as the ones abroad, but these can go down to -20.
Wow.
So hardy, and you can get these spectacularly beautiful flowers on these hibiscus for ages. They're a late summer flowering shrub. They normally start flowering about August, although this year, because of the hot summer, they did start flowering a bit earlier. But August into September, even October, some years, early October, you can get these beautiful flowers. Each flower only lasts a day, but you get multitudes of them. You know, they just keep producing flowers day after day after day. They're a lovely upright shrub, gets to about a couple of metres tall, easy to grow, pretty much not fussed about soils, clay soils, sandy soils. You can even grow this in a container if you wanted to as well. And if it ever gets too tall, all you do is late winter, early spring, cut it down to the height you want, and all the new shoots will give you the flower exactly that same year. So easy to prune as well.
Just like sunny position.
It does.
Yeah.
Sunshine is good. I mean, they will grow in part sun, but sunny and sheltered is what they really, really love. And don't worry about these not coming into leaf very late. Sometimes they don't come into leaf till late May. But the great thing about hibiscus is they start late, but they flower late. So they're a shrub that gives you colour when other shrubs have quite often gone over.
Well, again, look at the price. It's in a 19 centimetre pot. Should be $24.99 for all of you 45,000 club members. All you pay is $14.44. Now, you might be brand new to this show. You might have just found YouGarden TV. Well, hello to all of our new viewers as well. But the club is amazing, and I'd love you to join today if you're not already a club member. And what you'll get, as you place an order with us, you'll get a little message pop up, and it will tell you how much you'll save if you join the club today. But in a nutshell, it's £10 for the year. On an auto renewal, you get 15% off all of your plants and your compost and your pots. It's on offer, it's normally £20. But you'll also get 7.5% off things like outdoor living, machinery. You get £20 in product vouchers. They'll be sent to the post, and you can redeem those against future purchases. That's almost like getting £20 of cash back. And although we always do free postage on the live shows, if you are ordering on the website, postage would apply. So we're going to give you 2 free postage vouchers worth $6.99 each. I mean, this is amazing when you think you're only spending £10. Look at what you'll actually receive. And you're going to get exclusive offers and expert gardening knowledge and tips as well.
They've actually gone virtual now with those vouchers.
Oh, yes, you
Yeah.
go on your account,
Yeah.
don't you? Yes, you do.
So even easier
Yes.
to redeem.
Forgot that. Thank you, Adam. Now, we are really busy for that massive Salvia amistad. Buy 2 or 3 of them at that price. Honestly, they look amazing in your beds and borders. The price for the size you're getting is phenomenal. And as Adam was saying, you know, this time of year, lots of things have passed their best. Lots of things have gone over. But Salvia amistad keeps flying right through the autumn, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they're incredible. I was in Scotland last week and I went to some beautiful gardens in Scotland and they had Salvia amistad in all the gardens I went to. In some of the gardens, they were all a couple of 2 or 3 metres tall. So this particular plant is quite small at the moment. I mean, they can get really tall. Year on year, the clump will get bigger, it will get wider. And it's adored by the pollinating insects.
Yeah.
I mean, butterflies were all over it when I was there the other day.
Right, what I'm going to suggest now, because a lot of you are shopping with us, if you are planting your perennials, and as we said, it's a great time to plant, what we always do is mix in some of our premium vegetable compost, because it is going to make such a difference and get your plants off to the best start in life. Now, we've got a fantastic saving today for the 80 litres. We've worked out it's the best price per litre that we've done all year. So all you're actually going to pay today for 80 litres delivered free of charge is $16.97 for club members. So it's a massive saving. It's our best-selling product here at YouGarden. It's what we grow all of our plants in. And I'm going to give Adam 2 minutes to tell us all about it. I will be quiet.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say is we've had this compost in our potting shed now for ages and ages and ages. And one thing I've never seen one of in this potting shed is a fungus gnat.
So true.
I'm going to go straight in with that as well.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people recently have been driven mad by that cheap compost. And then you have thousands of these fungus gnats all over your house that drive you insane. You don't get fungus gnats with this. This compost is phenomenal. I use this for my customers. I use it for myself. I use it for my house plants, my vegetables, transplanting, improving the soil in my beds and borders, anywhere. I mean, basically, anything that grows will thrive in this compost. It's peat reduced. It's been peat reduced for a long, long time. Even some of the peat we do use is made from sphagnum moss, so it's a renewable source. But we've taken lots of peat out. We've put in that composted wood fibre. And that gives it this incredible, lightweight, airy, open texture. Does lots of things, but 3 things I like to point out is it lets the air get down to the roots, which is really, really crucial. It allows the water to percolate through. But also, if you're a little tiny plug plant or a seed or a cutting, it means you can get your roots down into this really, really well. And when you do, you're going to find little beads in here that are your slow release fertilizer. They're going to feed your plants for up to 6 months. There's a wetting agent in this as well. So that means if this compost does dry out, it's like kitchen towel. As soon as you put water on, it's not going to run off like on those cheap composts. It's going to soak in. You can see Sean here potting on all these beautiful little plants, topping up some of his containers here as well. It's pH balanced, so it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline. Suits the vast, vast majority of plants. And it's delivered to your door without any shipping cost in white bags and cardboard boxes.
And I'm not being funny, but buying compost from a garden centre is not, generally speaking, a pleasant experience. You know, you've got to do all the work nowadays. You've got to find the compost, which is normally stacked outside. You've got to take it from the pallets. You've got to put it on a trolley, which is not easy because you pick the one with the dodgy wheel. Then you go to the checkout, but there's no one there, so you've got to self-scan it. You know, then you've got to put it in your car. It's all a bit of a palaver, isn't it? We deliver it directly to your door, free of charge. So stock up today. It's the best price we've done in terms of pounds per litre, and you're going to get 80 litres for just $16.97, 100,064. Now, if you want to shop ahead and catch all those bargains, go to the website YouGarden.com, click on the live now, and you'll see everything that is available with free shipping. But you do need to use the code, don't forget, today, which is YGTB 3925. I'll tell you what, very busy for the Salvia. I'm not surprised. Loads of great things still to come. We've got beautiful spring flowering bulbs. We've got garden-ready plants. Oh, we've got some grow young. We've got a very interesting Mojo berry, which is a compact small variety. We've got some evergreen plants, things like your Fatsia, japonica. We've got the Nandina, lemon and lime. But what is lovely is when you use that code, YGTV3925, everything gets even better. So suddenly you won't be paying any postage. Suddenly you get a big saving. And don't forget that purple banner where it says join our club today and save. Do that, and even on today's order that we've just put in there, which is the compost and the salvia, we would save $4.65. That's on our very first order. And the club membership is just £10 a year. Now, we showed you the ready-made baskets with the Pansy Cool Wave, but we have got the Cool Wave pansies available as garden-ready plants. And they are absolutely stunning. Because these are trailing pansies.
They are, yeah. These are phenomenal, Sean. I mean, these can trail to 30 to 40 centimetres. They're bone hardy. And I'm going to take one out, so I just want to show you the amazing root system on these.
Where does that expression bone hardy come from, Adam?
What does
it mean? Like, I know what it means. That's the tree hard, but where's the bone bit come from?
Yeah, it must have originated from somewhere or another. I don't know, Sean. I have to have a little Google on that one.
I just wondered.
But
it's one of Adam's favourite expressions. That's on bone hardy.
But I mean, look how brilliant.
I know. Look at that.
These plants are. That is a perfect plant. You've got that amazing root system because it's grown in our fantastic compost. So you've got that root system that is just going to get this plant growing very, very quickly. Already flowering. They've been pinched out, which means they've pinched out the central growing point. So they're already multi-branched. And these are going to take any amount of frost. Now, you might go out on a January morning and it'd be -6, -7, and these are just looking limp. They're laying flat on top of the compost, and you're thinking to yourself, game over. They're finished. They're not, because a few hours later, once that temperature gets up above freezing, they stand up again, they keep flowering, they keep going. And the good thing about planting these now is if you plant them now, as the days get shorter and shorter, as the temperatures get lower and lower, they will acclimatise, they will go with. If you wait till November, you go out one Sunday afternoon, you find a nursery with a nice warm polytunnel, and they've got these inside, and you decide to plant up your hanging basket. That night we get a -6, -7. They'll go into complete shock. They'll probably stop flowering, whereas these will keep flowering because these are acclimatised.
I mean, that's a really good piece of advice, and I've done that myself. I've left it too late to plant my winter bedding, and then they just do nothing till spring. But you say plant them now; they'll get really well established. Then you're going to have amazing displays. I would think about multi-ordering on those. You get 10 garden-ready plants. But don't forget, we are looking at just $9.34 for club members. And that is one of our best-selling pansies of all time. Loads of you in the chat, by the way. So we've got Marissa there, Elaine. Hello, Elaine. Nice to see you back as well. Werner. Neil's obviously there as well. Grimmy. Morning, Grimmy. Do send in your pictures. Actually, quick question, Adam. Marissa said, I have lots of seedlings from her Nemesia plants. So they've obviously self-seeded. Can I keep them through the winter?
Yeah, what I would do is I would actually dig them up, plant them into little 9-centimetre pots, and just keep them somewhere sheltered for the winter time. Don't keep them too wet. Just keep them moist. Keep them sheltered, and hopefully, they'll get through and carry on for you next year.
Would you keep them in the greenhouse, presumably?
Yeah, I would give them a little bit of TLC. I mean, if it just goes down to about freezing, they'll be fine. But just avoid going down into those sort of minus temperatures. Yeah. And although sometimes in milder winters, I've seen those Nemesia go all the way through and then come back the following year. So yeah,
it's definitely worth giving it a go.
Absolutely. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, to be honest.
And at the end of the day, you've got some free plants there, haven't you? Hello to all of our Facebook viewers as well. Philip, David's there getting ready for a holiday, apparently.
Oh, very nice.
I could do with a holiday now.
I've just had a holiday, but I could do with another one.
Yeah, I could.
You can never have enough holidays, can you?
And Bex, our lovely Bex is watching us on Facebook as well. Any news, Bex? No? Okay. Right. Anyway, nice to see everybody on Facebook and YouTube as well. Right, we have got another trailing pansy for you. So that's the Pansy Cool Wave, 10 garden readies. But this is a brand new one. It's exclusive to YouGarden in the UK right now. And it's Pansy Top Wave. You're going to get 12 plug plants that just need to grow on a little bit for $11.99, or discount club members, you're going to get them for $10.90. Now, we are very excited about this particular breed of pansy. It's brand new. It's exclusive to YouGarden in the UK right now. And Adam, this is the world's first trailing pansy that is full-sized.
That's the thing, Sean. I mean, we've got the Cool Wave, which, they trail and they'll flower for 10 months and they'll trail to 30 to 40 centimetres. But Top Wave do all that as well. But The flowers are big. They're proper pansy-sized flowers. That picture you see there, that's not photoshopped. That is what you can achieve.
I actually thought it was, right, when I first saw it. But no, look.
Look at that.
Yeah,
that's what you can achieve
and actually,
in real life.
And I have actually seen full-size baskets in real life full of top wave, and they are so impressive, aren't they?
Well, I mean, look at the colour mix on there as well. I mean, you've got solid colours. You've got the solid apricot there. You've got the solid blue, and then you've got those beautiful bi-coloured ones. I mean, look at the one at the bottom there, Sean, with the purple around the edge and the yellow in the middle. And stunning range of colours.
We always say with pansies, they've got such expressions, haven't they? You know, they're like little faces, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
And I mean, Adam, we don't mind telling you, we both get a little bit down in the winter. You know, the days are short. We're not winter people, so for us, it's so important to have winter colour. Because when I leave the house in the morning or come back at night and it's beginning to get dark, I need colour, and you're the same.
Yeah, I'm the same.
You know, and even if you can't get outside in the winter, some days it's too cold and miserable. You want to look out your windows and you want to see pots full of pansies, don't you? And you want to see your hanging baskets. That's what this is all about, getting you through the winter. And these are not going to just get you through autumn, winter. They're going to keep flowering for 10 months, aren't they?
Yeah, up to 10 months flower on these, which is phenomenal. But don't just think about these for your hanging baskets. How about window boxes? Plant them in window boxes, have them trailing down over the windowsill. How about if you've got raised beds and you've got those bare wood sides, so those raised beds, plant them on the side of the raised beds and let them tumble over the edge of the raised beds. Anywhere that you can give them the height, where they can tumble or trail, they'll love. If you can give me a sunny spot, that's ideal as well. But they are very, very, very hardy. They'll take -5, -10, -15. They'll take being frozen solid for 2 or 3 days. They'll look limp, they'll look sad, they look like they're a goner, but honestly, as soon as the weather improves, they stand up and they just keep going.
Look like they're a goner, I love that. Right, so I would multi-order those. Really busy today. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining us. 401705, you get 12 plug plants, saving £3 today, and they are just $10.19 for club members. Do join the club if you're not a club member already. But we're going to move on to a absolutely stunning clematis. I say clematis, you actually get 3 of those, brand new this week, and it's an absolute beauty. And it's Madame Julia Correvon.
It is, and the great thing about this one...
Was that good?
I think that's very good.
Can you try and do better? Go on.
No, that's
no, go on.
Julia Correvon.
That was better. That was good.
I think so.
I think it was.
But, I like this particular clematis because it's a member of what's called the Viticella group of clematis, and they're great because they're dead easy to prune. They're vigorous and they flower mid to late autumn. That's the great thing about them. And they're easy to grow. So if you've got an arbour, a pergola, some trellis, an old tree stump, and you want to grow them up through another climbing plant, these are going to be spectacular. And if you plant these now, and this applies to everything Sean and I talked to you about today. Now, a lot of people, I've been gardening professionally for 40 years, and a lot of people say to me this time of year, I guess you'll be going quiet soon, Adam, at work, won't you? There's probably not much to do. The opposite couldn't be more true. This time of year, traditionally, used to be the start of the gardening season, and it's an absolute brilliant time of year to plant trees, shrubs, bulbs, anything, because the ground is warm. It's been warmed up all summer. It's now moist as well. So you plant these clematis now, within a week, 10 days, if you went back and gave them a little tug, you would find you get that resistance because the roots would have already gone out, got established in the soil. So that means next spring, they don't have to worry about producing roots. They can just concentrate on producing shoots. So get the roots established now and then watch the shoots grow next spring.
And you tend to get better prices now as well. We do run down our stock at this time of year. We don't have massive stock on the nursery in the winter, so you can pick up some absolute steals when it comes to prices as well. You are going to get all 3 of those for $14.98, $12.73 for club members, working out under £4.25 per clematis. My mum had a very similar clematis to this in her last garden, and it was a tree that had been cut back. And you've actually grown up there, and
brilliant,
it looked amazing. Well, I say she had one either side. She had a couple, and it looked amazing.
And all you do with these in the spring, Sean, if you want, you chop them down to about 20 to 30 centimetres above a nice set of buds, and they'll grow all the way back in the same year. And these flower for months and months and months. Do you know what? You can even see odd flowers on these sometimes even into November.
Well, they were really popular on Thursday's show. I think they're going to be even more popular this Sunday. 550347. And don't forget, you can order on the website, YouGarden.com. And the phone lines are open still today, aren't they? No, not on Sunday. Sorry, it's now we're into offers getting now into late September, aren't we? But they are open first thing tomorrow. But it's so easy to order on the website that is how I always order. I very rarely. No, I don't think I've ordered on the phone lines for ages.
I've never ordered on the phone.
No.
Stu, did you want to mention these little ones as well? We've got just so the little, you don't get shiny string there.
So these are if you haven't got room for full size clematis, and the other one will get to about 2.5 meters, Madame Julia. These are more compact, and the ones that my mum has had from YouGarden for many, many years, and they are amazing because she's got them in fairly small pots. They only ever get to 80 centimetres, I'm going to say.
They do.
But they flower all summer long, Adam, don't they?
And they flower all the way from the base to the top as well. They look amazing in tower pots and things like that, for example, or growing up to obelisks. Or you can see this one growing on this little bit of trellis work here. That looks like the sort of metal work they put in building foundations, but it looks beautiful with the clematis on it. Stunning colours on these as well. 3 gorgeous different colours, easy to grow. And if you've grown a clematis before, and it's one of those clematis that's gone berserk. It's grown over the neighbour's fence. They get all the flowers. You get all the leggy brown stem. You won't get that with these because they're compact. They're easy to grow. They flower for months, and they're just stunning. They really are. And my mum's got to say, hers in fairly small pots with little metal obelisks. She always underplants them with summer bedding and things, but they flower all summer long. They are absolutely magnificent. And a very famous breeder is behind these as well.
Yes,
Raymond Everson. Called Raymond Everson, who's is kind of the go-to name when it comes to growing these. Olympia is one of them. Yes, and you've got Nubia, haven't you, as well? Nubia. And is Pompeii. It Pompeii? Yes, Pompeii, yes. Yeah. Well remembered, Adam. So all 3 of those, $19.97, but discount club members will get it for $16.97. Now, I'm really tempted to go for our Mojo berry next. And it was a real favourite, actually, on Thursday's show. I haven't got this one. $10.19 is all you're going to pay, or $11.99 if you're not a club member. It is 310092. And Adam, I'd actually forgotten that this was a Chelsea previous winner. Yes, yeah, absolutely, Sean. I mean, and the good thing about this as well, it's compact as well. So this was in Chelsea Plant of the Year 2017. Wow. I can understand it. And now, again, I was in Scotland last week and they grow loads of mulberry trees up there. Went to all different gardens and the mulberry trees there are huge and they're currently smothered in fruit at the moment. Some are red, some are black. But I know most of you couldn't grow a tree the size of the trees that I saw. This only gets about 1.2 metres tall. So it's 1.6 max. So you could grow this in like a heavy-duty pot, for example. Yeah, you could grow it in a container. And also, it will kind of fruit on older and newer wood as well, simultaneously. And you're going to get these look like big blackberry type fruits that are really sweet, really delicious, really unusual. So do they taste like just a slightly sweeter blackberry? Yeah, they do. I've actually tasted some at work. When I go to the customer's garden, there's they're on the trees and they're ripe. I just help myself to some, and they're a lovely fruit. That's known as theft, Adam. No, not really. It's a perk. That's what it is. It's a gardening perk, and they're lovely. On research. Yeah, absolutely. I need to test that. I'm looking after the trees properly. So they do taste really, really nice. And I'm presuming sunny spot, of course. Yeah, a nice sunny spot. It's a hardy plant as well. It's deciduous, so it will lose its leaves in the autumn, but they turn a beautiful, lovely, bright yellow before they drop. So bone hardy. It's a bone hardy again. Yeah. So that's the thing when you do shopping. So you get a little phrase that you repeat again and again and again. We all have one of those, don't we? It's kind of your little go-to. You don't even know you're saying it sometimes. And look how beautiful this plant is. I mean, this is a 3-stemmer. This one already. Beautiful root system on here. Right, really popular this week. I mean, the prices are amazing today. Nice established size. And you will get fruit next year. We should point that out. It's going to start blossoming and it's about April time onwards. Yeah. And you are going to get fruit sort of late summer onwards as well. It's actually got quite a long fruiting period from what I remember. Yeah, good. Like June onwards, isn't it? Well, they're even sort of ripening now. As I say, when I was in Scotland's a little bit kind of behind the rest of the UK. But yeah, I saw loads of mulberry trees still covered in fruit. Some were black, some were red. So yeah, you can get a long. It's not one of these sort of fruit trees that gives you fruit just in 2 weeks and it's all over. Yeah, it will be quite a long period of fruit production.
I can see why it's been so popular. And we should say as well, Mojo berries. Said the obvious here, but they are a very, very healthy fruit, like full of antioxidants, full of vitamins, and they taste absolutely delicious.
And self-fertile.
Oh yes, good point, Adam.
Yeah,
yes.
So don't worry about another another one to pollinate. It's fine.
But if you do want to go for more than one and have a bigger crop, you are more than welcome at that price. 310,092. Right, we are going to move on now to a stunning evergreen shrub for you, which is known as Escallonia pink elle. I know our head gardener here, our lovely Peter McDermott, one of his favourites. Again, I want you to just look at the size that you're getting today on YouGarden TV. That is the size you're going to get. It's in a 2-litre pot, and all you are going to pay with free delivery is £12.74. Now, for me, Adam, I love the foliage on this, but when this flowers, it's just spectacular, isn't it?
It is, and I know that for a fact because my husband John's got one in his front garden, and we've had it there 2 or 3 years now.
I love the way that you've got separate gardens, by the way. So John has a front garden and Adam has a back garden. Which garden looks best, Adam?
Well, they both look good, but in their own way. And we've now. And we bought an extra little tiny bit of land as well, which is going to be our combined garden.
Oh,
yeah. If we can get a negotiator in to kind of sort it out.
I'll come and negotiate because that sounds like a real hoot to me. So anyway, in John's front garden, this looks spectacular.
Oh, Sean, I'll tell you, every year, the last 2 or 3 years, in the spring, early summer to midsummer, those lovely conical heads of pink flower. And it's an elegant plant, this one. It looks elegant. It looks classic. It's adored by the pollinating insects. The butterflies, the bees, all go mad for this. But it's nice and compact. I mean, I've only ever seen this get to about 60 to 75 centimetres tall. No taller than that. And it's weird because the actual shape of the shrub almost mirrors the shape of the flowers because the shrub tends to have a nice sort of conical habit to it. It's really well behaved.
My mum had one of these in her last garden. I must admit, I thought it was absolutely spectacular. Yeah. I really did. And I love the fact, say, if you've got smaller gardens, if you're one of our many, many gardening friends who plants in pots and containers, that would be absolutely ideal. Or a small border, you know, that to me is front or middle of a border. But they do look spectacular when they flower, but equally, I think they've got lovely foliage all year round.
And it's evergreen, so even kind of mid-February, you're going to go out, you're not going to see bare sticks, you're going to see this gorgeous, luscious, green, verdant foliage all the way through. And then when it flowers as well, it's a classic plant, this one. I agree. If I kind of had to do a list of like my top 10 favourite evergreen shrubs, this would definitely come towards the top end of my selection.
Well, it's our head gardener's one of his favourites as well. The best price we've done all year right now, just £12.74 for the Escallonia pink elle, 510-545. Thanks for your messages, by the way. Load you in the group chat, and so you can chat with us on YouTube and Facebook. You can message us YGTV at YouGarden.com. But let's remind you of everything we've seen so far, and then we're going to show you loads more exciting new items. So this has been one of the absolute best sellers this week at YouGarden. I'm not surprised. It is a stunning salvia known as amistad. Now, this is a great late flower, so it flowers all the way into autumn, has the most beautiful purple flowers. I love salvias, but this one is particularly striking. And with a bit of care and attention, we'll come back every single year. I'm just going to say, just make sure it's in a nice sunny spot and make sure it's well drained throughout the winter. You do not want it to get waterlogged and sit in cold water in the winter months. 560, 516. But you do need to be quick on that one because it is selling really, really fast today. Then another beautiful plant, which is the hibiscus. But this hibiscus is a hammerbow, which is a beautiful bicoloured hibiscus. I love the scent of that, don't you? And it is fully winter hardy. Or in Adam's words, it is bone hardy. At $16.99, grows to a couple of metres or so. It is deciduous, so don't panic, it will lose its leaves. It tends to come out quite late, so sometimes you don't get the new growth until May, but also it flowers late, so it can extend your garden right the way through autumn. 500-077. And that does come in a 19 centimetre pot. Now, if you want to make life easy when it comes to your winter hanging baskets, we have done all the work for you. And this is a pair of pre-planted Pansy Cool Wave Berries and Cream hanging baskets. The value on these is phenomenal. 2 baskets, or you can have them as pots because the actual clips just come off, so you can have them hanging or just placed on your tables or on steps in your garden. But for me, it is the colour palette on this, because these are known as berries and cream, and they're beautiful. You get purples, you get blues, you get whites, so really cool colours for the winter months there. It is a trailing pansy, so do bear that in mind. They've got a trail cascade, and they are going to flower for up to 10 months of the year as well. So the value there is amazing, all pre-planted, all in flower right now, 450-154. Now, if you think, oh, I'd like a bit more bright colour in my garden wintertime, this is the other option that's available. And it's a pre-planted Pansy Cool Wave. The difference with this is you've just got more yellows and lemons in there. So it's a bit of a brighter display, but again, they're going to be pre-planted. These ones are green, I should say. So the baskets are green, and they will flower for 10 months of the year. Wow. Now, if you're thinking, well, I've already got baskets, I just need some plants to put in them, you can buy the same pansies, garden ready, and actually they've been really popular. In fact, heading towards the #1 slot. And you get 10. I would multi-order these, I really would, because I can honestly say, as somebody that's very experienced in planting winter bedding, I've done it for years, decades. I look after the pub garden in the village, as many of you will know, and this is my favourite pansy because it delivers. I want to say delivers, it is fully winter hardy. It is bone hardy, isn't it, Adam?
I just had to look that phrase up.
Oh, go on, what's it mean?
Well, it actually said there's no kind of recognised sort of origin of it, apparently, but it's just one of those, I guess, there are various sites that mention it, but I guess bones are really tough and hard, so perhaps that's where it comes from, I guess.
There you go. Right, the other one we've got is the top wave. Now, the only difference between the cool wave and the top wave is the top wave have bigger flowers. But they are fully winter hardy. A slightly different colour mix on this one. You've got oranges, you've got bi-colours as well, but they are going to trail. They're going to flower for 10 months of the year. And the only time they stop really flowering is the height of summer, July and August. They're just exhausted. But if you chop them back, give them good feed, they would come back the following year. Then we had a stunning clematis. You get 3 of these in 9 centimetre pots. It's the Madame Julia correvon. So all 3 of these, 14.98. It's a beautiful clematis that flowers sort of late summertime into autumn. Doesn't grow too big, so about 2 metres, 250. Like most clematis, likes a sunny spot, but wants its roots to be kept quite cool. So always with clematis, generally speaking, make sure the roots are kept quite cool. So plant around the roots. If it's in a pot or container, what I tend to do is put other pots around it. But that is an absolute beauty and very easy to grow. Pruning wise, you're not going to have to prune it this year, but prune back in springtime, and you can cut it right back to 20-30 centimetres, but it will always flower on the new growth. And then we just saw the Mojo berry. Again, amazing value. It's self-fertile. It fruits for a really long period. It was planted the year at Chelsea in 2017, and that's 310-092 at just £10.90. And then a beautiful plant, which is the Escallonia pink elle. Only grows to about 60 by 60 centimetres. It is fully evergreen, flowers throughout the summer months. It's really adorable. You said, Adam, I think you described it as a really classy plant.
Yeah, classy and elegant.
Yes.
Really is.
And then don't forget, we've got the best price per litre on our compost that we've done, I think I'm going to say all year actually. You get 2 40-litre bags for just $16.97, free delivery. So you're not lugging your compost back from the garden centre. You're not having to get it in the car and then out of the car. You're not having to scan it. Honestly, I had to scan some gravel the other week at the supermarket. I bought was it 3 bags? No, 6 bags of gravel, and there was nobody on the checkout. I had to self-scan. And guess what happened? It didn't split, but the moment I put it on the scale, too heavy. Didn't recognise it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and honestly, I just got so sick. You know.
You don't need that grief, do
You don't.
When you want to buy something, you want it to be easy and straightforward.
So we make it really easy. We deliver our premium compost free of charge. So do bear that in mind and stock up right now, 100-064. Right. Oh, also, by the way, we have got things like our mulch available. I know Elaine's in the chat. She's got a lot of this. I use this an awful lot because it makes, I think, life so much easier. It's a great weed suppressant. If you used it this year in the summer, great for keeping moisture in as well. But I just think it tidies everything up as well, don't you, Adam?
It does. It looks great, Sean. You can walk on it as well, and it doesn't stick to your boots, the soil, because obviously it's got the bark on top. And also, it's really good for acid-loving plants. If you've got things like rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias, and you put that round, it helps to keep the soil nice and acid for them, which keeps them green and really healthy.
By the way, that funny noise in the background was just somebody leaving and setting the alarm on the way out. Apparently,
I thought it was my pacemaker, like just kind of giving me a little, little reminder.
Right, let's see who's in the chat. So Elaine's still there. Carol, I said morning, Sean and Adam. That's
morning.
Carol Andrews. Morning. Mauricia said morning, Stu. James. Is James new? I don't know, but James. Good morning to you, James.
Welcome.
Welcome. Simon had said good morning to everybody as well. Neil's one of our regulars. And Simon just said Strulch is better. We have got Strulch available as well, yes.
Oh, it's Strulch and bark wars.
Now, don't forget, if you want to send in any pictures of your gardens, what's still looking good right now, we would love to see it and to share it. All you need to do is email ygtv@yougarden.com. And we would love to share your pictures. I feel we've got loads to come in, actually. Shall I do a few? Right, so Mauricia, let me just mirror. Mauricia sent in some pictures of her begonias that are apparently still flying right now. Yay! There you go.
Begonias actually love the autumn. Again, John, my hubby, has got some gorgeous ones in the front garden at the moment. Oh, it's very similar to those.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they love it.
They're still good.
They love the coolness of autumn.
And don't forget, you can save those, They'll produce little tubers, and you can actually, if once they start, once there's the first frost and the leaves start to go black, dig them up, and if you want to, take off all the dead foliage, store the tubers, then they could come back next year.
Yeah, keep them frost-free, yeah. And you keep them from year to year to year.
Right, Alistair, still plenty of colour. Right. Let's have a look, Alistair. Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, look at that.
Yeah, Alistair, I'll agree with that there.
Can we zoom in a bit on that one? Can we zoom? Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Look at the Victoria Speciosa, looks amazing, doesn't it? Yeah.
See, that goes to show me we're into October this coming week, and even this time of year, with the right selection of plants and the right planting, you can get a garden that still looks like midsummer. I mean, look at the colour.
Amazing.
So many things flowering. We've got the little pentstemons there. We've got coreopsis. We've got, I think, geranium roseanne. We've got
as well.
Some pelargoniums.
Is that bulbs mauve at the back? Hibiscus looks like it there.
Yeah,
See Adam?
Yeah.
Very beautiful.
And look at the cord line really sets it off. I love the way the light's shining through the base of that cord line.
And those fuchsias still flowering away there.
Look at the phlox.
I know.
They're flowering late. Goodness me, you don't know to get those flowering.
And again, more begonias. Wow.
I'm loving that.
Right, Alistair, very impressive. We'll give you that one. And then, look, so this is another one from Alistair. Beautiful red barren bloodgrass, the pampas, the tiny pampa. Yeah. Cosmos over there in the corner.
Joe, every time I see pampas grass now, I always think of you, Sean, because that picture in my mind of the pampas grass that you've got is just so perfect.
Thank you.
Looks so good.
Thank you.
So amazing.
I do love my pampas.
Yeah, but that's good.
And pampas has got this ridiculous reputation from the 80s, but I just think that's just an urban myth.
Well, I hope so. But I mean, the mix there, the picture we've just seen with the pampas grass in the middle and then the red of the barren bloodgrass either side. What a mix.
Right. I'll show some more later. Keith Parker, though. That's dingo, isn't it? Sorry, Keith. Dingo. Ginger lily.
Oh, mine's flowering at the moment, just the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
So mine. Why have I stopped moving? Hang on.
Funny, if I deadheaded it yesterday, I've got just 2 left at the moment, but it's been
So
amazing.
mine haven't flowered, but it was only the first year, Adam.
It's taken
Don't judge me.
No, it's taken me 3 years to get mine to flower.
Oh, well, there you go.
So this was the first year, and I moved it to a really gorgeous spot in front of a wall in a south-facing position, and I've had about 6, 7 flower heads.
I'm so jealous.
And it smells gorgeous as well.
Now, Stu, I know you're going to think you're going to be judging me, but it's thinking about connecting. It's whirring. Yeah, honestly. Let me try again. Unable to connect to Apple TV.
Do you feel like that in the morning when you get up, like you can't connect to life to start with? I have that little 10-minute, you have that whirring thing in the morning, don't you, where you're trying to like just get from being asleep to being awake.
Once I have my coffee, I'm fine.
And then you finally plug in, don't you? And then you're alive again. You're away.
Yeah, I'm all right after coffee. Yeah, sorry, Stu, that is not wanting to mirror.
Oh,
there
look
you
at
go.
that.
Yeah, stunning.
And again, good for that late summer colour, which is what we like. I mean, who'd think you get something that dramatic flowering at the end of September? But yeah, that's taller than the one I've got. But yeah, I was really made up this year.
Oh. Reconnected. Good. Right, thank you so much. I will share some more a little bit later on with you. Right, one of Adam's favourites next, which is the Pennisetum Tiny Tails, brand new to us this year.
Look at this. Isn't that just remarkable?
I actually bought a couple of these recently, Adam, on your advice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And I've got it in my sort of tropical area in pots. But it's fascinating, isn't it?
It is. I mean, when these little flower heads, kind of these little plumes first open, in fact, I'll just pick that one up and just lean it forward a bit more so you can just kind of see you can just see there how sort of gorgeous they are. Look, those gorgeous little pink plumes. So they start off like a sort of a reddish pink, and then as they open, they kind of go to a lovely kind of bright colour like this one in the middle. I mean, look how beautiful is that. And it feels so tactile as well, because that's the thing about gardens. We always think about what we can see, but also, sort of the other senses as well. So, you've got the pink, you've got the lovely kind of colour here as it tones down, but then you've got the foliage as well. Wow. And the foliage is glorious, Sean, because some of the leaves are kind of that dark colour and some are more of a limey colour.
It reminds me a little bit of the red barren bloodgrass in terms of the foliage, but then you get all these stunning grasses as well.
The secret to keeping this happy as well, what it wants a really, really sheltered spot, maximum sunshine and really acute drainage. This grass hates being left in wet soil. So either grow it in a pot or grow it right up against the house in that optimum position, and you get it to come back year after year looking amazing.
That's why I've got mine. I've got in 2 pots in my sheltered, sunny. I've got like a sunken area in my garden that's really sheltered and really sunny, and it's very, very happy there.
Yeah, that's just the sort of position it loves.
Now, we've got... Oh, I just had a question on Facebook. Could you cut the plumes off and use them in dried arrangements?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I can't see why not. I mean, this only gets about 50 centimetres tall, so only about so tall. If you want to dry these, cut them off and hang them upside down, and then leave them for about 3 or 4 weeks. And then, when you put them in a vase, they'll drop down again, and they'll kind of hold up rather than looking really droopy.
I've recently done that with pampas grass.
Yeah. I'm doing it with something called status, which I grow every year. And it's sort of
which one that is.
It's like a little papery kind of flower.
Oh, of course, yes.
They come in purples.
They're really lovely.
Yeah, I've got bunches of those hanging up in the garage upside down at the moment. They look great in the wintertime indoors.
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah.
They can look good around Halloween time as well, can't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway, so yes, you can dry those. 561370. Right, we're going to move on to a really easy plan for you right now. One of our favourites, a lot of you will probably know this, it's been one of our most popular plants of all time. It is the Fatsia japonica cast oil plant. It's a spider's web, it's the variegated one, so a lot more interest, but take a look at the price today. For all of you club members, $16.99, and this is a whopper. This is a really established plant.
A gorgeous plant. I mean, that picture there as well says it all, doesn't it? I mean, look at the leaf at the bottom. You've got the leaf at the bottom there that's got that amazing white variegation, and then the new leaf coming up in the middle at the top here. has got even more different variegation. Even the leaf shapes are slightly different as well. I've got 3 of these in my garden now. I adore it. The 2 of them have gone through the last 2 or 3 winters, no protection.
And so just like you, Adam, they're really low maintenance.
Yeah, love the shade.
Yes.
Oh, like me, you say?
Like you, yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband wouldn't say that.
Oh,
but,
I think you are. No, you're low maintenance, Adam. Trust me. You are. He is.
Okay.
You are. You are when you're here. Anyway,
okay.
When you're here. What you like at home is nobody else's business. But pretty much all soil types, sunshade.
Yeah, great for shade. If you've got a shady spot and you want to lift it with something that's bright, that's colourful. And again, this is another plant to me that is classic and elegant.
Yeah.
It's got structure, it's got presence. It really, really is a wonderful plant. And as Sean said, you can grow it almost anywhere. And you can grow it in the ground or you can grow it in a container.
And I was going to say, what I've noticed with the Fatsia japonica, quite a lot of commercial premises have them, like pub gardens and things. Quite often they squash into really small pots and they still do really well.
Yeah, they do. They're really, really, they're just not fussy at all.
So super low maintenance, and they are 510 910. Really well established, only 16.99. Don't forget to get all of the promotions, all the offers, all the free postage. As you check out, you need to put in the off code, which is YGTV3925. Right, it is time to show you, though, I want to do a jingle for this.
Yeah, I feel we ought to have one.
Should we try?
It's the Rose of the Week.
Beautiful. Let us know what you think of that jingle. So it's a heartless rose. And it is named Margaret Merrill. And actually, I was doing a bit of research on this, Adam. This is a rose that has appeared at quite a few royal weddings, I believe.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
So when Charles and Diana, when they got married, yes, this rose was actually present, apparently. And I guess, because it's the most beautiful rose, but the fragrance is exquisite with this one.
It is a really good fragrance. There's lots to say about this rose as well. So it does have that incredible fragrance. And also it's one of these roses that, depending on what kind of summer we have, in cooler summers, the flowers could be more of a pinky colour. In a really hot summer, the flowers tend to be more of a whitish colour. But you can see that.
It's a very tasteful rose, isn't it?
It is such a beautifully stunning rose. Only gets to about 2.5 foot tall or so. So it's a nice compact rose. And also, you've got that really, really amazing fragrance on this. It's repeat flowering. So it's going to keep flowering all the way through the summer. And it does that thing that some roses do in the first part of the year. Not always, but sometimes you'll get a single stem with one flower. And then later in the season, it becomes multi-flowered. So it's almost like it goes from a hybrid tea to a floribunda.
Wow. So the best of both.
Yeah, you get the best of both worlds. So you've got loads of flowers. You've got flowering month after month after month. You've got fragrance. You've got colour. You've got history to it. It's a knockout rose, this one.
And again, we cannot emphasise enough, a fantastic time to plant this rose. Fully winter hardy, but if you plant it now, it'll get its roots down, it'll get established, and that will give you far better blooms next year. And I mean, we were out in the nursery, Stu was out in the nursery the other day, took a little picture of them. And that was, I should say, sort of like about 6 weeks ago. But that gives you an idea of what these stunning flowers look like. So it is a combination of kind of like a vintage creamy white with hints of pink as well.
I can almost smell those, Sean. You can always smell those flowers, can't you? Looking at the picture there. And all you just need to do is just to make sure the little knuckly bit in the middle, we call it, or the union, just make sure this little bit here eventually is between 1 inch and ½ inch below the final soil level. That's really, really important. People say, well, why is it sticking out in the pot? Well, the reason being is because the roots on our roses are so vigorous, we can't get deep enough pots. So this is just like a transient kind of pot for it. But when you put it in that permanent position, do that. It'll establish well and it'll stop it rocking about in the wintertime.
And we should say it's been bred by Hartness. Hartness have bred multiple award-winning roses, 25 gold awards at Chelsea. Right, we're talking about winter foliage next, and we have got our hardy fern collection, but these are evergreen. A lot of ferns die back in winter. You know, I've got a mixture of ferns. Some of mine die right back, completely disappear. But these are fully evergreen. You get a mixture of varieties, But again, I think it's so important in the wintertime to still have beautiful foliage and not to have too much brown earth lying around.
Yeah, well, what I'm thinking as well, if you bought the Fatsia spider's web, wouldn't it look beautiful?
Oh, it would,
to have 3 of these underneath your Fatsia. If you're going to put the Fatsia in a pot, for example, put these 3 ferns underneath, and you've got that permanent evergreen foliage. You've got all that different foliage shape. You've got the different textures, and these are stunning little plants. I mean, we can't guarantee which 3 you'll get. I mean, this one looks like the Japanese holly fern to me, or the Cryptonium. There, you've got the hart's tongue fern, and that one is a Dryopteris at the front. So yeah, so you could get these 3. You could get one of the deer ferns, which is this one here, for example. So it could vary, but whatever you get, they will definitely be evergreen. They'll all be bone hardy. They'll all come back year after year. And you can, what you can do if you want, in the spring, when the new leaves come through, you can take the old leaves off. But if they still look good, don't bother doing that. Just let the new leaves come above the old leaves, and the fern will just get bigger and bolder and more impressive as the years go by.
And what I love about ferns, I've got my whole side garden is underplanted with ferns. Because that's sort of like that's the side of my garden that gets very little light. But I love the fact that they're generally so disease resistant, and the slugs don't seem to
never touch them. Do they?
You know.
Yep.
They are such low maintenance plants that look good all year round with minimum effort, but they are ideal for that shady spot that's a little bit tough, a little bit difficult. You get all 3 of those in 9 centimetre pots, 560-213. But we're going to move on to a plant that I've grown for quite a few years, and it is the Echinacea green twister. The most extraordinary Echinacea, isn't it?
It is.
Have you grown this one, Adam?
I haven't grown this particular one, but I have over the years, Sean. I've planted probably dozens and dozens and dozens.
You've got a lot of Echinacea, haven't you?
Yeah. But all I've ever planted in the past is the white ones or the pink ones. But what I like about this one is that you're getting really getting a good sort of bang for your buck with this, because you're getting all those different colours in one flower, which is just phenomenal. So
they look out of this world, don't they?
They do, yeah. They look like something from Avatar. I mean, they've got that really, really sort of outer worldly look to them. And then when you see they've got that limey green edge to the petals, sometimes a little bit of yellow there as well. And then as the colour kind of like moves into the centre, it gets darker. It reminds me, I don't know if people at home did it, but we used to do this thing at school called chromatography, where you'd put like a blot of ink on a piece of paper, and we used to drop a liquid in the middle, and then all the separate colours would kind of bleed out from the middle.
I vaguely remember that.
And those flowers look like that. It's almost like somebody's dropped sort of some ink in the middle, and as the colours have spread out, they're fused out through the petals to give you those concentric rings of colour.
I can honestly say, from growing them myself, when people see these in your garden, that they will just be absolutely gobsmacked. You know, they'll be intrigued at their beauty and their really kind of quite mysterious appearance. There are very few flowers that look as exotic and as tropical as these. And obviously great for the pollinators. They love that big cone centre.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's kind of a sort of like a mecca, if you like, for bees. I mean, they absolutely adore it. You've got a beautiful root system there as well. Look at that, fantastic established root system.
And again, these are fully winter hardy.
Oh yeah.
Plant them now, nice sunny spot. They'll die down in winter, but come back bigger and stronger next year and for many, many years to come.
Just well drained. That's the truth. Sunny is good, but also very, very well drained. These hate to sit wet in winter. So if you've got that dry soil where other things don't do very well, once these are established, they'll really flourish in that kind of position. Great for raised areas, rockeries, places like that with really good drainage. And this one's even got a little flower bud on it. I can't guarantee yours will come with a flower bud.
Yeah, I noticed that. There's a few on there, isn't there? Yeah.
Even now, I mean, really, really lovely upright foliage, and then those incredible flowers for a long, long period of time.
Right, really busy today. Thank you so much for all of your orders. I'm going to say again, if you are new to the live stream, I know we've got a few new viewers today. That offer code YGTV 39.25, that will give you free postage. You see that little sign here? On everything that you see in the live show, but also it will unlock extra promotions and savings as well. But you do need to use that offer code. If you don't use it, you'll pay more money. I mean, you still get a good deal, but that offer code makes the deals absolutely outstanding. But we're going to move on to, are you ready for this? 300 bulbs. Are you ready for the price?
way.
Hang on,
Hang on.
$14.99. Or you could double up and get 600 bulbs for $24.99.
Wow.
But club members, it would be 600 for, hang on, let me just work this out, 21.24, is it?
You're definitely a male Carol Vorderman, and Carol Vorderman.
My maths is good.
Your maths is brilliant.
Yeah, there's lots of things I'm not good at, but maths is one of them. So amazing. Now, the selection of bulbs that you're getting is going to take you from, I'm thinking about February, right the way through into June, July, isn't it?
Yeah, easily. So let's talk you through them. So just kind of looking at the ones down in front. So at the bottom here, we've got these Iphion, which are really, really beautiful. So they're kind of spring flowering. And normally in a lot of mixes, all you'd get is blue, but we've got all three colours. We've got the beautiful white, we've got the pink, and we've got the blue, and these only get to about 5-6 inches tall. On the opposite side, you've got the muscari or the grape hyacinths there. These will naturalise, these will spread, these will come back year after year, and these tend to flower round about the time that your tulips flower generally. Moving kind of up from those, we've then got the Allium molly, which are some of the earliest alliums to flower. About sort of April time. Again, I've only seen these get to about 12 inches tall, kind of max. In the middle, you've got your crocuses, a lovely mix of crocuses there. And then on the opposite side here, you've got your little caniculatus, lovely little narcissus, multi-headed, flower about March time, fragrant. Then moving up, we've got tulips, which are going to be flowering sort of April, May time. And then on the opposite side up here, we've actually got your drumstick alliums, and they can be flowering, like Sean said, even into June or July. So basically from the crocuses in the middle to these at the top, you've got flower from February all the way through to June, July.
Yeah, 6 months. Amazing value. And again, you know, any old pots that you've got, you know, just spend a few hours in the afternoon, or after the afternoon, good morning, but spend a few hours potting these up, and you're going to have those incredible displays, not just next year, but for many, many years to come, because those bulbs will naturalise, they'll spread, and give you more and more joy for many, many years to come. And if you want to double up, don't forget, put 2 lots in your basket. You'd only spend, I think I said, £21.24. And free delivery when you use that offer code as well. Now, if you're thinking, I like those, but my favourite bulb is Allium, we have got a very, very special Allium collection for you. And again, it's a complete collection of 100 bulbs for $14.99. Adam, and you've won 4 gold awards at Chelsea. And for many years, the Allium was like a signature plant at Chelsea, wasn't it?
It is, because that's the time of year they flower. So, you know, a lot of people... Yeah, when you're at Chelsea, sometimes people say, how do you get things to flower for Chelsea? Well, it's not always a big secret. Quite often, you just go for things that are going to be flowering about Chelsea. And these are kind of synonymous, really, with the Chelsea Flower Show, because you get those lovely big purple flower heads. But you've got a great mix. You've got the Allium molly there as well. You've got the nigrum there, which has got those beautiful flat heads of flower on. You've got the drumstick one, or the...
Spherocephalons.
Yeah, I can never say that.
Yeah, I
damn word.
Spherocephalons.
Yeah. I think this is this the Neapolitanum?
Yeah,
this one, lovely white one flowering again. These are your purple sensation, great big, 60, 70 centimeters tall on there with these great big purple heads. You've got Christophii in there as well.
They're
the ones that look like the exploding fireworks. So if you love, and the Nectaroscordum, really different, really unusual.
Yeah, I've got those.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? I mean,
very beautiful.
You wouldn't even think they're an Allium ordinarily, because the flowers are quite different, aren't they?
And they kind of like nod down gracefully, don't they?
Yeah, rather than that sort of spherical head. So, yeah, great. I mean, fabulous bulbs as well. All our bulbs, I mean, this is a 300 collection of the mix, but all our bulbs are firm. They're not mildewy or mouldy smelling. Give them all a soak overnight before you plant them. Get them in the ground and just enjoy these beautiful alliums for year after year after year.
An amazing value yet again. And then just very quickly, I know we're trying to get through as much as possible. We've got so many great offers today. Over to Adam's right, we have got the brand new Nandina, which is lemon and lime. I love Nandinas. Again, they're one of the easiest plants to grow. They look good all year round. But this one has got the most beautiful lemon tones to it with the greens, hasn't it? And the price is $11.99. That's the size you're going to get in the 17 centimetres pot. Nandinas for me, I mean, you're a landscape gardener, Adam. for you, that must be one of the most reliable plants to ever use.
Yeah, Nandinas are. I always go for Nandinas all the time because generally, whenever I've sort of chosen all my other shrubs, Nandinas are so versatile because they will go in all those different positions. They'll grow in shade, they'll grow in full sun, they'll grow in clay, they'll grow in sand. They're evergreen, they don't need pruning, they don't need shaping. Drought tolerant once established. They'll go down to at least -10, only get to about 60, 70 centimetres tall, upright habit. They can flower with little conical flower heads that produce lovely berries afterwards as well. They're called heavenly bamboo sometimes, but ignore the bamboo thing. They're nothing to do with bamboo, so whatever. They're not invasive. They're just beautifully easy plants to grow.
And again, in my experience, they tend to be very disease resistant.
Yeah, I've never known Nandinas to get any problems with pest or disease. They don't seem to get aphids. They don't
seem to get mildew.
No, they don't. I mean, I've never seen them with nibbled leaves or anything like that. They're just really, really good, tough, beautiful plants.
And I always think that if you've got pots and containers, that makes a fantastic centerpiece for pots and containers. And you can underplant that with things like the spring bulbs that we've got, the winter bedding like your pansy top wave or pansy cool wave. But that is going to stay looking good all year round for many, many years, if not decades to come.
Yeah, and we just had a quick question on the alliums, by the way, as well. Somebody just asked when to plant the alliums. You can start planting the alliums right now, absolutely. So all you need to do is planting depth-wise. If the bulb is about 1 inch high, you want 3 times as much soil on top. So the bulb is 1 inch high, you want 3 inches of soil on top. That's rule of thumb. And just plant alliums in a lovely, sunny, well-drained spot, but they're fantastic for pots and containers as well.
I mean, I'm going to say pretty much all bulbs that we've got at the moment, you can plant. Tulips, we do say still maybe wait a little bit for tulips.
And if you're putting them in brand new compost, then you can plant them now. Don't worry. But if you're putting them in soil in the garden, then wait until November.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a great time to plant your bulbs. Right, still got loads to share with you. Don't forget on YouGarden TV. But let's remind you of some of your favourite plants so far here this Sunday morning. And we start off with the Salvia. You have absolutely adored this, and I'm not surprised. I mean, if you missed the beginning of the show, the size of these are phenomenal. Many of them are in flower. In fact, we'll get it out again so you can see it. They're in a 3-litre pot. And the lovely thing with salvias, particularly this variety, it will flower right the way through summer into late summer and autumn time. But the purple flowers are sensational. 560, 516. Now, we always try to encourage a little bit of grow your own. And we've got some amazing compact varieties here at YouGarden. This is certainly one of them. So this one won Chelsea Plant of the Year in 2017. And it won it on many, many counts and merits. First of all, this is a compact variety. It only goes to about 1.2 metres. It has got an extended fruiting season, so 7 months of fruit from summer right the way into October, maybe even nudging into November as well. The fruits are delicious. They're very high in antioxidants. They're like a sweet blackberry. And a good big juicy size as well. Big fruits, very nutritious. 310-092, and that is only 10.19 for club members. And then we brought you the Pansy Cool Wave. Loads of you are ordering these. You get 10 garden ready plants. Now these are the trailing pansies. They cascade, they tumble, they trail, they flower for 10 months of the year. They are fully winter hardy as well, and for me, one of the best performing pansies that I've ever used. I use these a lot in the pub garden that I look after, and they just give them us phenomenal displays for 10 months of the year. 400,967. You might want to double up on those or even triple up, but the price today is only $9.34 for club members. And then the other one, which is very similar, is the top wave. So the top wave also trails, but you've got slightly different colours. You get bicolours, you get the bright oranges in here as well. But the pansies are bigger in terms of size of flowers in the top wave. And this variety is exclusive to YouGarden right now in the UK. 401705. And they're average plug plants that you just need to grow on a little bit, but they are gonna say flower for 10 months of the year, for up to 10 months of the year. And then we brought you a beautiful Escallonia pink elle. Now this is a lovely evergreen shrub, quite compact, in fact very compact, only grows to about 60 by 60 centimetres, flowers throughout the summer months and just loves a sunny spot and well-drained soil. But it is evergreen, this one. So you've got lovely green foliage all year round. 510 545 for the Escallonia pink elle. And then, now something that I bought recently, I've got a couple of these in my garden, and it's the Pennisetum tiny tails. I think Elaine said she was going to go for a couple of these. Elaine, they're really pretty, they're really beautiful. Now take Adam's advice on this one. They want a sheltered, sunny spot, and they absolutely need well-drained soil or pots. They hate to be sitting in water. So do, Elaine and everyone else that's ordering these, bear that in mind. 561 370. Loads more of you joined us, so thank you so much to each and every one of you. Now, Echinacea, lovely perennials, but you often see them in pinks and whites. But this for me is the most extraordinary Echinacea. It's a deal of the week, and it is a green twister. Now, it is normally quite an expensive Echinacea because it is very unusual, very stylish, incredible breeding has gone in with this one. But as deal of the week, you are going to get 3 of them for just £11 and 2 pence for club members, £12.97 if you're not. And they flower throughout the summer. They may, some of them have even got buds on now. I mean, it's pushing it a bit, but you may still get a few flowers now. But they're fully winter hardy and come back every single year bigger and stronger. And the pollinators love them. 560 407. But if you have just joined us, a very good morning. How you all doing? Welcome to YouGarden TV. You with myself, I'm known as Sean Ryan, presenter and plant man. This is the wonderful Adam Woolcott, who has won him and his husband John have won 4 gold awards at Chelsea. Not bad going.
Yeah, I'm quite proud of that, Sean,
Well,
to be honest.
Yes. I'd be very proud. I mean, I did win the Golden Trowel Award at QVC.
That's good.
Which for me, you know, that for me, that's it.
I've never won. I've only been there twice, but I mean, you know, but yeah, that's good.
Well, I mean, not quite the 4 gold awards at Chelsea, but hey. It is lovely to be with you. And say, if you want to be part of the show, because we love it when you chat, don't be shy. We've got a lovely garden community that chat merrily away on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you just search YouGarden, you'll find the live stream and the chat there. Or if you want to send in your pictures, you can email them ygtv@yougarden.com. But we just wanted to quickly mention, because it's a really September and October are really busy times for us gardeners. There's loads to do in the garden, loads of planting to be done. And actually, it's one of the busiest times of the year for our compost orders as well. I'm going to say March and April are really busy.
Definitely.
But September and October as well.
Absolutely. And I've got a question for you. What can't you grow in this? I mean,
the only thing I would say is acid-loving plants.
Yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
And there's not many of those.
Yeah. So, you know, this compost just is the best starting compost for any plant in your garden, pretty much, or in your house, because it's good for house plants as well. Fruit, vegetables, cuttings, seeds, anything that's green and grows, it's going to thrive in this compost. It's peat reduced. It's been peat reduced for a long time, and even some of the peat we did and still use is from renewable sources, made from sphagnum moss. But we've taken peat out. We put in composted wood fibre, and that gives this compost this beautiful, open, airy texture. That's why every time we start talking about this, we do this automatically. We can't help ourselves because it just feels beautiful, airy, open, and that means the air can get down to the roots, the oxygen can get down, the water can percolate through, the roots can get down into the compost. Then when they get down, they find lots of these little different coloured beads, sometimes green, sometimes tan, all different colours. That's your slow release fertiliser. It's going to feed your plant for up to 6 months. There's a wetting agent, so if this does ever dry out, it's what's called hydrophilic. It wants to suck the moisture back in really quick, like kitchen towel, and it's pH balanced. So it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline. And if you want an acidic version of this, we can do one of those as well.
We certainly do. I've been using it for years, as Adam, and we've had thousands of 5-star reviews based on this compost. And today, we normally do the 100 litres for, I think it's £23 something, but the bottom line is, in terms of pounds per litre, price per litre, This is the best value we have done all year. So, you know, to think it's a really busy time of year for compost, but we give you the best price, it is absolutely fantastic. So do stock up on that. There are two prices on the screen. You probably noticed that. There's a red price, which is very good, $19.97, but there's also that delicious yellow price, $16.97. That looks very appealing to me. That is the discount club price. Now, I know most of you regulars, you're all club members and you love our discount club. But if you're not a club member and you're thinking, is it worth joining? Just have a little listen and a look at this. If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And there's a new added benefit. You will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club. Sorry, we're just having a chocolate finger.
A little energy boost.
Yes. Delicious. But yeah, thank you so much to each and every one of you for ordering this morning. This is a top seller this week. It's a Salvia amistad. That is the size that you will get for £9.35 if you join the club and you saw all of those benefits with our discount club. So Adam, I've got lots of salvias actually in my garden, one of my favourite plants, but I haven't got this one.
You need it.
I do need it.
Yeah,
I think I need 3 of them.
This is a classic, and actually, even if you scrunch the foliage,
does it have the salvia smell?
It has, yeah. Not as strong as some salvias.
Oh no, I can still smell it though.
Yeah. Now I was in Scotland last week, and even in Scotland, it was a lot further north than here. Summers are shorter, winters are longer. They had a huge border of salvias, all different types of salvias, fantastic colours, and amistad was looking incredible in the gardens up there. Tall, statuesque, impressive. I mean, look at these beautiful, beautiful deep purple flowers. Really tall flower spikes on here. And the great thing about it is it's giving you flower colour right into autumn. They start flowering in August, sometimes late July, September, October. You know what? If we don't get any really damaging frost, they can keep flowering all the way into November. They can get to a couple of 2 or 3 metres tall eventually. They form a lovely wide clump. I've almost never seen them needing to be staked either. They always seem to...
I was just going to ask you that.
No, generally, unless they're in a very windy position, they've got these very strong square stems and they support this plant.
Right, Adam, you've sold it to me.
And it will come back year after year. All it wants is a sunny position, well-drained soil during the winter.
And does it get, like with my Salvia hot lips, mine's got sort of like quite woody. Does the same thing happen with this?
No, this one doesn't get so woody. So what I suggest with this one is, as soon as it's finished flowering at the end of the summer, just take the flower spikes off the top and then leave the rest of the foliage. Now, after a really mild winter, it will start to grow back from quite high up. After a cold winter, it might get knocked back a bit further. So just wait until you see new little green shoots come from the base. In fact, what I'm going to point out to you is where this was last chopped off.
Yeah, because we cut these back a few weeks ago,
so you
didn't
can
we?
see here, you can see a shoot here that hasn't reshooted. But these, so all this has come back in about 3 or 4 weeks.
I mean,
this new growth.
Honestly, you know, sometimes you look at a plant and you're like, why on earth have I never had that in my garden? You know, I'm going to be greedy, Adam. I think I'm going to go for either 3 or 5 of those. Well, I really mean it. I mean, sunny position, I've got all this sunny border.
Sunny and really, really well drained. Again, John, my other half, has got one of these at the end of our bungalow, south facing in really sandy soil. It's looking spectacular at the moment. It's got a white wall behind it, and it's been there 3 or 4 years now, and it comes back every spring.
Adam, how do you think this would look around my pampas grass?
Oh, awesome.
Because I'm thinking they're going to be still flying at the same time, aren't they?
Yeah, that would look absolutely gorgeous, Sean.
Because I've got big pampas grass, and I'm going to, my other half doesn't know yet, but I'm going to dig out more grass, extend the border. I have to do it because Jay, my other half, loves the lawn. And I love our lawn, but I just want slightly less of it. I want more plants.
How about an island bed in the lawn? That could look quite nice, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Little island bed.
But do you think that would look good with the pampas?
Oh, definitely.
The purple and the cream.
Yeah, I'm thinking this could look quite good, not under your eucalyptus tree, but down in that corner of your garden with the eucalyptus tree behind, because I think I
just don't think it'd get enough light, Adam.
If you put it forward a bit, or I'll tell you where it'd look good as well, if you wanted to. Along that border, you've got verbena bonariensis.
Yeah.
Could look good there, because you've got those different types of purple.
That's where the pampas is, though.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of extending that body anyway. Lovely. So I'm definitely buying several of these.
Or it would look good in conjunction with tiny tails as well. Because again, you know, you sort of see the sort of the similar sort of colours there as well. So if you've got this, get yourself one of these.
I'm thinking actually I could have a big pampas in the back and then alternate with the salvia and the tiny tails. Anyway,
that'd be lovely.
Sorry, I'm busy shopping, and I genuinely am, but I am 100% ordering several of those today. The price is amazing, $9.34, $5.65.16, and that is the incredible Salvia Amistad. Do not miss out on that one. It is selling really quickly. And again, to get the best price, then do join the discount club. And for everybody, you need to use that offer code YGTV 39 rather 25. Right. So that's what. So can you see? I've got the pampas. You can just see a bit of pampas to the left.
That worked beautifully there, Sean.
Yeah.
Your lawn's looking lovely.
I know.
That's really nice.
Stu took that picture. We were filming in fact, we were filming a lot of content in my garden, and that's all. You're going to see it on Instagram, on the YouGarden Instagram and Facebook in the next few weeks. So I've got one more question for you. I took some salvia cuttings, which we filmed, and they've already doing, well, I said they're already doing really well. I mean, yeah, they look really healthy. They've only been there a week. Can you take cuttings off this as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No, I would do that in the spring. So go for the new softwood cuttings at the base in the spring.
I know it wasn't the ideal time for my salvia, but I think I've got away with it.
And they strike really easy. A nice gritty compost, perhaps a bit of rooting powder. Just cut below leaf joint, cut the top off, reduce the leaves by half, plonk them into the compost, give them a drink, and they root very quickly.
There you go. Right, so anyway, that's the salvia. But I'm delighted to introduce to you now a standard hydrangea. It's a macrophylla blue mophead. Adam, it's only the last few years that I've even seen standard hydrangea.
It's not standard though, is it?
No, it's phenomenal.
Opposite.
It's like, you know, a lot of you will know hydrangeas, particularly the mopheads. They're the ones we grew up with. But we are now producing what we call standard ones. And a standard, as I'm sure some of you will know, is when you have that tall stem and then all the foliage and flowers out at the top. When this is in flower next year, it is going to look absolutely breathtaking.
It will.
Isn't it?
Yeah, this hasn't been grafted. This has been grown into the standard here and then clipped off on the top. And then,
so that's going to be a good few years to grow that.
oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah. This isn't a 5-minute job.
No.
This has taken a lot of work, a lot of effort. And look how beautifully spherical this head is. I mean, it's multi-branched. So if you imagine each one of these points here has got a lovely flower head on there. In fact, what I'll do, I'm going to tilt it forward so you can kind of see kind of into the top of, there you go, look, you can just see how beautifully branched that is. All those lovely, and how healthy and green and vibrant it is. Now, these leaves will drop off in the autumn. They'll turn a beautiful yellow before they do, but it's bone hardy, this hydrangea. It's not worried about the winter cold. And then next year, in the spring, or in the summer, I should say, you'll get these blue flower heads. Now, you can change the colour on this because it will stay blue if it's actually in acid soil or you use a colouring agent. If you put it in ordinary soil, it will turn pink. So you decide. You can have it pink, you can have it blue. You decide whatever you want to do with it.
But to get a standard hydrangea is a very, very rare occurrence. Say, this will have taken several years to grow. I remember growing a standard fuchsia as a teenager, and it was a good few years of constantly pinching out the side stems until it reached the desired height. The same process will have happened with this. And I always say with standards, if you've got a small garden, if you're somebody that grows lots in pots and containers, this is giving you extra space. You know, when you think of your garden and your beds and borders, it's quite easy if you've got a small garden to fill them. But when you start using the height of your garden, that vertical height, it makes such a difference. So this is already about 1 metre tall, and the stem will not get any taller, by the way, it'll just get thicker and stronger, but the head will bush out. And over the years, you're going to get more and more of those phenomenal mop head flowers. I think it's beautiful. And there is, I think, some friends of mine, Ian and Tom, have just bought their first house, and they've got a really small little... It's like a courtyard at the front.
Right.
And I've said to them, but they want to make it beautiful. And I've said, look, get some standards in there.
Especially if it's a bit shady as well, because
It is,
hydrangeas are good for shade.
They get morning sun and that's it.
Yeah,
So perfect.
So that hydrangea will love it. But I mean, if you can just close your eyes at the moment, just visualise this next year with those blue or pink flowers all the way round on this gorgeous stem. This is going to be knockout. Really, really unusual.
The price is incredible. There's years of work's gone into growing this. $25.49 for club members, 501,648. And you might want to be a bit naughty and treat yourself to 2, because in pairs, imagine those in pairs, flowering next year. They're going to look incredible. And then we're just going to give you a quick reminder of our Nandina. It's been really popular. Lemon and lime, one of the newest varieties, in fact, the latest variety of Nandina here at YouGarden, and it's 511,269. And Adam, you know, we always say about Nandinas, they are a plant that looks great every single day of the year.
And that's a good thing about it, Sean. Always good, even midwinter, midsummer. And I've tilted this forward because you can see how the new growth there has got the kind of the more limey lemon colour, and then the foliage underneath's got the darker colour. So you can see that contrast. You see how they got it to call it lemon and lime.
And just going back to your gardens at home, what you don't want in the winter time is everything to lose its leaves or die underground, and your garden is just literally soil, because that can make your garden, you know, look very, very depressing throughout the winter months. So this is going to keep all of its leaves. It's going to look good every single day of the year. Doesn't get too big, so it's a great one for pots and containers.
Oh yeah,
and you can plant around it.
I'm just thinking to get a pair of these, either side of the front door, either side of the back door, like in a calisteran, for example.
Oh yes,
would look really great. You could put
nice.
some lovely sort of forget-me-nots. You could put some little spring flowering bulbs underneath. Then in the summer, you can change the look by flipping that around for lobelia, for petunias, for example.
Yeah.
Or even underplant this with some cool wave or top wave pansies would look phenomenal as well. Only ever gets about 67 centimetres tall. They can flower, they can have berries, never need pruning, don't need shaping. Sean and I, we both grow these. We've never seen any problems with pests or diseases or slugs or snails.
Just to make this so resilient.
Yeah, drought tolerant once established, takes it down to -10 with frost.
And great in if you're somebody that lives in the the middle of a city and there's pollution and things. Again, they will tolerate that. So an amazing plant. And look at the value today: $10.19 in the 17 centimetre pot. Right. Just want to say good morning, by the way. How you all doing? Nice to have your company. Some of you watching us on Facebook, some of you watching on YouTube. Don't forget, by the way, if you have got a smart TV, because I know you might watch us on your phones or tablets, but if you've got a smart TV that's got things like Netflix and Amazon and all those those streaming services, you'll find YouTube on there, no doubt as well, and you can watch us on your big TV. All you need to do is go to YouTube, type in YouGarden, and we will pop up. And not just this live stream right now, but all of our previous episodes as well.
Not in HD, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh dear.
Don't worry.
Oh dear, Sean.
We look nice and rugged, Adam. We look like proper gardeners.
We look worn.
Nonsense. Right, going to move on to our Escallonia pink elle now. Beautiful, another evergreen shrub, but this one flowers, and it flowers all through the summer.
It does. This is a classic, elegant shrub. This one, I've got it in the front. Oh, my hubby has in the front garden at home. Bought one from a mother-in-law a few years ago. She's got it growing in her garden, and it looks good all the year through. Even in midwinter, it's covered in this beautiful, glossy, shiny foliage.
It's a neat, compact shrub, isn't it?
It is. I mean, if you bought the Nandina, the lemon and lime, go for this as well, because it's very similar habit. Upright, always evergreen, always looking happy and cheerful. The addition with this one, of course, is in the summer. It's covered in these masses of conical pink flower heads, and they've got a little green centre to them as well, which is really, really lovely. And they're just smothered in butterflies. I mean, this year's been an amazing year for butterflies, thank goodness, because they needed a good year.
But aren't they when you look at that conical shape and the hundreds, if not thousands, of flowers that form them,
and that's just in a little container. So you can grow this in a pot. It's compact enough. Now, if if you're into your gardening and you hear the word Escallonia. Well, I've planted loads of Escallonias over the years, but I kind of stopped planting Escallonias about 10 years ago or so, because I found a lot of the varieties, they look good when they're young, but then they get really wiry. They become, and they sort of topple over, and they look really scruffy. They look depressing, and you end up getting rid. With this one, it always looks gorgeous.
And we'll just change the details if we can. Apologies. We've got the Nandina lemon and lime. This is the Escallonia, $14.99 or $12.74 for club members. 510-545. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant.
Head gardener, Peter McDermott. This is his favourite. This is his, one of his favourite shrubs. I can understand it. So just to recap: evergreen, compact, hardy, drought tolerant once established, months and months of flower, loved by pollinators. It's even got a fragrance to it, the flower as well.
I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, quite a sweet fragrance.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, you have to get your nose up to it, but still definitely a fragrance there.
Right. What do you want to go to next, Adam? I'm thinking Mojo. Are you?
Yeah. Because we do get our Mojo back, as Stu just said.
Yeah, we've got loads of Mojo today. But I'm very excited about this one. It's another one on my list today. And don't forget, free postage, everybody, as long as you use that off code YGTV 3925. So I haven't grown this one, but this year I did grow lots of raspberries, lots of strawberries, quite a few citrus fruits. But I'm really intrigued with this one. And actually, Adam, when I saw that it had won Plant of the Year at Chelsea 2017, it gave me even more confidence. Yeah,
because you think of all the plants there are. I mean, there's thousands and thousands of plants in there. So to win that at the most famous, prestigious flower show in the world is just absolutely amazing. And I was away last week and I saw lots of mulberry trees. And they were really, really tall. I mean, sort of 15 foot, 20 foot tall. And wide as well. And most people can't really accommodate a mulberry that size. This only gets to 1.2 metres tall. So even in a balcony, 3 floors up, you could grow this in a pot or a container very, very easily. It will fruit on old and new wood as well.
Yeah,
so
it's great. So you don't have to worry too much in terms of pruning.
You've got maximum fruit production. It's self-fertile, so you don't need to worry about 2 or 3 of these for pollination. It's not evergreen, but the leaves turn a lovely yellow colour in the autumn before they drop. And by the way, the leaves in themselves are very
really
attractive.
Nice, aren't they? Yeah,
really lovely. kind of triangular leaves with those lovely serrated edges there.
So actually, now Adam's gone through all of those, what I call bullet points, you can see why it won Plant of the Year at Chelsea 2017. So many reasons love that one. Just had a lovely message from Sarah. Good morning, Sarah. And Sarah said, redesigning her front garden, and she says she loves watching us for hints and tips. So thank you, Sarah. That's what this is all about, though. And it is nice that Adam and I, we get the chance, and Bex, of course, and the rest of the team, we get the chance to really talk about the plants in full details and answer your questions and queries. But and
if you've got any more questions, just get in contact, ask us.
Exactly.
We'll help you out if we
I would
can.
say between the two of us, we are very confident we'll be able to answer those.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. 99.9% sure.
Yeah. I reckon 99.99%. Right. And if not, we could always consult our head gardener, Peter, couldn't we?
What I never understand is, why have they got a bleach that kills 99.9%, but how does that little 0.1% get away with it?
I don't know.
It's weird, isn't it?
I don't know. Right. Pansy top wave plugs. So when we say plug plants, these arrive in the greenhouse. They need a little bit of growing on. But the Pansy top wave, you might be thinking, I've never heard of top wave. It's a brand new breed of pansy. We've got the exclusivity on this in the UK right now with YouGarden. And it's the world's first full-sized trailing pansy. Now, previously we had the cool wave, beautiful, but the flowers are slightly smaller. This is the world's first full-size trailing pansy. And it's going to flower from September, right the way through to June. Yeah, that's 10 months.
Phenomenal. Crazy long flowering period on this. And all you've got to do is just 3 simple things: deadhead, feed, and water. And even check during the winter time, because sometimes if you've got these on hanging hooks under the eaves of the house, even in the winter time, they can dry out. So, lift the basket. If it feels light, give it a drink, or poke your finger in the compost. You can even feed once a month as well in the winter time. In the vigorous growing season, feed once a fortnight, water more often. But you will have those pansies you've traditionally grown in beds and borders that are upright with the big flowers. You can now get those in a hanging basket, but tumbling and trailing.
And actually, when you think about it, Adam, there are very few trailing flowering plants in the winter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to.
I'm thinking vinca. Have you?
Vinca. You could try. There's probably a few others, but as you say, Sean, and they're not as proliferous as these are either, because the amount of flower on these and the colour mix as well. You've got those lovely solid colours, but also you've got the bicolours as well. I'll whip one out. Actually, they're right here.
So when the plugs arrive, we also give them a good drink.
Yeah. These actually need a little drink. These ones.
Yeah, they do.
Just a little bit on the dry side, but you've got that perfect little root system there. Grown in our compost, look. So you can see there how beautiful the roots are on there. And look at the top of the plant. Multi-branch has been pinched out. Plant these up into a little 9-centimetre pot or a yoghurt pot or anything with a drainage hole. Grow them on for 3 or 4 weeks and then plant them out.
Ready to go. Or if you think, I just want to plant them right now, we have got another option, which is the Pansy Cool Wave. So very similar story. They're going to trail, they're going to flower for 10 months of the year, but these ones are garden ready. So that there's no ground on required. I'll show you them side by side. So that's what one of the plug plants looks like. And that is a garden ready. So if you want to just make life even easier, then go for the Cool Wave. Very similar, but just slightly smaller flowers, but you're going to get so many of them. I'll say it again, for me, the Cool Wave series is the best performing pansy that I've ever grown. It's great. So resilient, isn't it?
Because I can remember, so I've been gardening donkey's years, and I can remember going back so many years, Sean, they had these things called winter flowering pansies, and they would flower up to about the end of October. And then you'd get a few weaselly flowers.
Yeah, I remember,
And the irony of them used to be, they used to flower best at about April, going into May.
When you
just before you got to oik them out to put your summer bedding in. Whereas these have been bred to give you colour when you want the colour, not when you don't want it.
So they are absolutely outstanding. I would multi-order on those, 409.67. But another brilliant product that we have got available right now, and don't forget, all of these products will arrive with free delivery if you use the offer code YGTV3925. I know we've got quite a few new viewers today. Please use that offer code. But another fantastic, offer right now is with our mulch. Big bags of this. And here's a little clip of film to tell you more. Hello, well this is our YouGarden ornamental spruce bark mulch. It looks gorgeous actually, it's a really, really nice quality, but there are so many uses for this. It's great as a weed suppressant. So if you've got areas in your garden, beds and borders that get lots of weeds, a nice thick layer of this will just suppress those weeds. Also great as a top dressing around pots and containers. That's what I'm going to use it for here. If you've got children's play areas, it makes a nice soft cushion around those play areas, or maybe areas in your garden that you need to walk over. Having this there just makes it a lot safer and a lot easier. So I'm going to use it here. The reason being, I've got the euonymus here. And to be honest, whenever I've tried to plant things around them, they've never done that well. This is just full of roots. It really, really is. So what I'm going to do, because I think it looks, I just don't think it looks very nice. It looks a little bit ugly. I'm just going to do a nice thick layer of this and just see. Oh, right, see, yeah, this is going to really work. I'll tell you what, because it's autumn as well, I think that's going to look fun. Also, it is a great duvet. If you've got something that's a little bit tender, something like the anigalis that I had growing here in the summer, it's a tender perennial, so if it needs that extra protection from cold weather, then this would be absolutely superb. That looks so good, doesn't it? Really nice. Do you know what I'm amazed about? So I haven't done as thick a layer as you normally would for some other jobs, but it's amazing how far this has actually gone. And some of our regular YouGarden customers have bought several bags of this. It can really just make the whole garden look so much more neater and tidier. So I've just stood back and had a look at this from a distance. What really struck me as well is that all the green foliage now really stands out. You've got the contrast of the green with the bark mulch, and I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm really pleased with that. I really should have done this many, many years ago. Just a brilliant product with so many uses, and remember you get a big bag of 70 litres delivered for $16.99 for club members as well. We're having a lovely morning, thank you so much. And so if you want to be part of the garden community that we've got here with YouGarden, you can join the chat. There's a lovely group of people that chat away merrily on YouTube and on Facebook, and if you want to send in any questions or pictures of your garden, you can email them ygtv@yougarden.com. But we're going to move on to, well, I call this a designer Viola, and it's called the Sorbet Tiger's Eye. And do you know what I'm saying, Adam? It's very stylish, this one, isn't it? Very unusual.
The flowers are small, but they're exquisite.
Oh, they really are.
Look at the markings on that flower there, the lines on those. Look at that. I mean, that's just glorious.
They almost, I mean, yeah, they are out of this world.
It's like a painting. It reminds me of one of those kind of Dutch master.
It looks like somebody spent hours with a very fine brush, doesn't it?
I bought a beautiful book recently with hand-painted botanical drawings in. And it looks like one of those. Wow. Really stunning. And this one at the front, you know, sometimes they take on a slightly sort of different colour as well. So you can get the little purple creeping in there. But yeah, these are just so beautiful for your pots, your beds, your borders, your hanging baskets, where they can trail, where they can tumble.
And I often mix violas with pansies. I think they look really nice mixed together. You know, the pansies have the bigger flowers, violas smaller flowers, but more of them. But I like to mix them all together.
I guess it's a bit like in the summertime where we use the different types of petunias, don't we? So you get, you get the big flowering petunias, don't you? And then you get the little tiny, smaller flowering ones. You could do the same with these. So, yeah, I mean, I think these would look great if you had top wave as your really big kind of flowers, and then you had these little tiny, smaller ones poking out in between.
I like that. Oh, but having said that, they look great en masse just by themselves.
Just this little container here. I mean, they've been planted up in this beautiful little pot. And it's the same story as with the top wave or the cool wave. Deadhead, water, feed, 3 simple things to do, and that way you just get month after month after month of this really beautiful colour through the winter time into spring, just sort of cheering up those dark days, giving you colour. And of course, another thing you can do as well, if you've done the lasagna planting, you can always put these on top of your pots with your son you're
Yeah.
planting. So rather than kind of looking at bare compost and waiting for the bulbs, you've got that immediate colour of these on top, giving you interest all the way until they come through.
And they look really nice if you've got the like miniature tulips or the tete-a-tetes from us as well. They work brilliant with those. But yeah, I love those. I've grown them many times, and so they are a little bit different and really exquisite when you look close up to those flowers. Fully winter hardy. They are garden ready, so again, you can plant this straight away. And I know we said this earlier, but it is very important, and I've learned this the hard way. Sometimes I've left it a bit late to plant my winter bedding. And what's happened is I've just planted them, say, in November. I've been holding on to my summer bedding. I've been holding on. But then if you plant them in November, they're not going to die. They'll survive, but they'll do nothing probably until February. Plant them now. They'll get established and start growing, and you'll have fantastic displays all through autumn, winter and spring, even early summer as well. Now, if you're feeling patriotic, we have got our Pansy Britannia collection for you next. Red, white and blue. The red's more of a like burgundy red, but it really works with blue and white, doesn't it?
And the blue's more of a purple, if I'd be controversial. But it's still a fantastic mix of colours.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
Really, really good.
Yeah.
I'll get one out for you as well, because you've got
It's Britannia with a twist.
Yeah, you've got the which is what we like. That's what makes us fabulous country. Look at the beautiful root system on that as well. Really, really good root system. A lovely plant that's been pinched out, so it's multi-branched. They're flowering now. They're going to keep flowering all the way through the winter. And you've got that great contrast there. I like the fact that there's the white in this mix, because I often sort of talk about white flowers as kind of being the referee, really. They stand between the two other different colours, but they highlight the other colour. If you took the white out of that, yeah, the purple and the red would look good, but somehow having that pop of white in between really lifts and accentuates the other colours.
A bit heavy without the white.
Yeah, it would. And they just kind of sort of brighten and lighten that planter up. And you can get these gorgeous, delicious, divine displays in your pots, in your beds, your borders, your rockeries, your hanging baskets, your window boxes, wherever you want winter colour, you can use these.
Yeah. And it is really worth doing right now. 410009 for the Pansy Matrix Britannia. Now we've also got, oh, you're going to love these. We've got a triple pack of double flowering hibiscus. It is our chiffon collection. You get 3 stunning colours. You get like a pink, a white and a blue. Have you seen the price, Adam?
Oh, that's mad.
This really is mad, seriously. Works out just over £5 for a hibiscus.
This one's being shy. Come on.
Come on.
Don't look away.
Turn round.
There you go.
So £5 and 9 pence per plant. And Adam, we talked about hibiscus earlier. This particular variety is fully winter hardy.
Yeah, these are. I mean, hibiscus will go down to minus 20 degrees centigrade. So you can grow these in any part of the UK. They have a fantastic upright habit, which is really, really good. They can get to about a couple of metres tall. They start flowering in August. They'll flower all the way through to September, well, even into October. Look, I mean, we're October this week, and these have still got some flowers going.
And they form, I know my mum's got quite a few hibiscus from YouGarden. They tend to naturally form a lovely goblet shape.
Yeah, they do. That's what I like about them. They're never crisscrossy. They're never scruffy. They're always nice, upright. But if they ever do get too tall, in the spring, kind of mid-spring, cut them down to the height you want them to be. It'll look brutal, but all the new shoots that come through will flower the same year for you. So easy to prune, easy to look after. Even grow these in a container if you want to. But look at this.
Yeah, and don't forget, this particular collection is the chiffon collection. So the flowers are even more what I call petalicious. They're fuller, they're more blousy, they're even more eye-catching. And what I love about hibiscus, again, there's other perennials in your garden maybe are going back a bit. Your delphiniums have gone over, your lupins have finished, your poppies were finished months ago. These will fill in the gap beautifully. So late summer into autumn time. One thing we always remind you of, hibiscus are a bit slow sometimes to come back into leaf. So don't panic, they will lose the leaves in winter, but sometimes it is May until they start to green up again. But what great roots you've got there, Adam.
These roots are just gagging to get into the soil now.
They are.
Because the soil is warm and moist. If you planted these Monday next week, you went back Monday the following week and gave them a little upright pull, you'd find resistance because the roots were already be in the soil. That's how quick things root this time of year. And what that means is they in the autumn they'll concentrate on roots, and then in the spring they can concentrate on shoots. And you don't want them to be doing both things.
And I was going to say, sometimes
time.
when you plant in late spring and early summer, plants struggle because they're trying to do it all, aren't they?
Yeah, they're trying to grow roots down, they're trying to grow shoots up, and it's stressful. So, get them in now while the days are cooler, shorter.
So, Adam, if it was kind of like, if my question to you was like, what's a better time to plant in general? Autumn or spring?
Do you know what? With the way things are going these days, I would say autumn every time.
I would, because we had a very hot spring, didn't we?
Well, from basically this year, from about the end of February, it just stopped raining.
I know.
So, but obviously, if you get them in now, even if we don't get a really wet autumn, we haven't got the intense heat and the sun stressing the plant out. So, still, in my opinion, I think we need to go back to what we used to do and treat this time of year as the prime planting time, not spring.
I mean, the only things that I'm slightly cautious of planting at this time of year is plants that are maybe not fully winter hardy. Maybe wait till spring for those, but pretty much everything else, do it now. And a great time, of course, to plant your bulbs, including our tulip springtime doubles. I actually bought these the other week.
I've got these as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're still sitting in the garage at the moment.
That's fine.
But,
So am I. But look at these. Now, these are what I call, do you call them peony tulips?
Yeah,
I do. That's my name for them.
Yeah, they do look like peonies. And again, they look like those sort of Dutch master kind of paintings, don't they? They've got those tulips are so incredibly beautiful. I mean, you look at the different flower shapes. Look at the colours on those.
And I know that whenever you make an effort and plant lots of tulips, the displays you get in April are just so rewarding. They really are. Some years I've not bothered as much, and then I see, one of my neighbours, Sue, she did a whole front garden in tulips. She'd planted about 300, and there was one year, and I'd not really planted many. I looked at the garden, I was like, I should have done that.
Yeah, I can get that. And this year I've got about 30, 40 packs of bulbs in my garage, some multi-packs, all different types of bulbs, and I'm so looking forward to that display. Yeah. And I find, planting tulips or any bulbs gets you through the winter, because on a really kind of dreary late autumn day, when the light levels are going down and stuff, and it's getting dark early, you pick up these bulbs that are totally non-inspiring. Let's face it, they just look like nothing, and you put them in the ground, and I always get a little smile to myself, because I think before you know it, you'll be walking back out into that garden in spring. They'll have those great big long stems. They'll have those flowers on, and you'll remember that autumn day. But then you're going to enjoy that moment when they flower.
And I am going to say, our more exotic tulips tend to be the best sellers. You're getting 15 of these bulbs for just $8.49 for club members. So you might even want to go for several packs of these, and they look great in pots, containers, beds and borders. But look at the flowers, look at the doubles, and look at the colour palette. That is an amazing collection. We've both bought it. And so we get to see everything here at YouGarden. So I think the fact that both of us have bought it says something, doesn't it? That is one of the best, definitely, this year. And then we're just going to move on to some agapanthus for you. It's been a great year for agapanthus. They have loved the hot, dry weather. But you might be thinking, hang on, my agapanthus, that flowered weeks ago, months ago. This is popping purple. This one repeat flowers, doesn't it?
Which is something I learned from you, actually. Because I remember being on air with you about 5-6 weeks ago, and you said then that this one will go for a good 3 or 4 months, possibly.
It flowers for up to twice as long as other varieties out there. So, June, July, August, September.
Well, we can even vouch for that, because
it's still popping them out.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah. So I think that's why it's called popping purple, because it keeps popping the flowers out.
Which is crazy. I mean, this flower head is not even properly open properly. I mean, it's still about to come open.
So if you love agapanthus, but you don't like their short flying season, because I've got other varieties, but sometimes it's all over in a flash. Popping purple, repeat flowers for up to 4 months. So that is the difference with this agapanthus. And some of the ones on the nursery are still in flower right now.
And it's a lovely colour as well.
Oh, it is.
It's a really intense, deep purple. It's not like a wishy-washy colour. It's not like, is it blue, is it purple? It's like, no, this is a proper purple. And I'm just thinking off the top of my head, I'm thinking it might be nice to have a Salvia amistad with 3 of these.
Good thinking, Adam.
Planted around the base of the amistad, because those purpley colours would go together fabulously well. The purple flower spikes of amistad.
Liking your style, Adam.
And then these great big clumps of agapanthus popping purple. That's going to look good.
It is going to look good. And don't forget, Adam has won 4 gold awards at Chelsea. He's offering free advice here. So, it's great. Well, I love working with Adam because I'm a very experienced gardener myself, but I haven't won gold awards at Chelsea when it comes to design, and Adam has. So yes, my ears always prick up when he's giving a few design tips in terms of what to plant together.
Perhaps one day the pair of us will be doing a YouGarden Chelsea garden. Who knows?
That'd be nice. I'd love to. I mean, I do. I do love to. I help friends design their gardens and things, but I'm not quite Adam's level.
We'll have to get the boss and twist his arm a bit and try and persuade him.
Love the idea. Right, got some pictures coming in. So Keith, thank you for emailing, Keith Parker. Let's see what he sent us. Oh, we saw that one, didn't we? Where did we get down to? I'll tell you what. Chrissy said, my gerbers. I want to see these. Wow. They look absolutely amazing. Right, let's have a little look at this. Look at the gerbers.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
Yeah, these are the hardy ones that we had.
I like the little ornament next in there as well.
Yeah, I do too.
That's brilliant.
But yeah, that hardy gerbers, wow, they're still flying now by the looks of things. Right, what's Elaine sent us? Our lovely Elaine. Let's see what you've been up to. Why isn't that opening? There it is. So Elaine, I remember when you bought all the mulch as well. Look, I remember you buying the hydrangeas, Elaine. I think you bought, was it 5? I know you bought, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, eryngium. You got to the sea holly.
Sea holly, that's how I know it's sea holly.
Still looking nice now.
It is.
Is that storm cloud?
I think that's storm cloud at the front, the geranium there.
Or similar,
yeah. But really gorgeous, Elaine. Absolutely stunning. I think there's another one as well.
I love seeing the pictures. So nice seeing the pictures.
Oh my word!
Oh, that's a nice Echinacea there.
Is that the one you've got, Adam?
Yeah, that's kind of that's the sort of the when I say plain pink, I mean it's not plain.
It's lovely, isn't it?
They're very, very nice, beautiful, nice little fuchsia underneath as well. Fuchsias, that's another great plant this time of year.
Yeah, so I'm just zooming into the tuberose.
Oh,
so
I am jealous of those.
Did you buy your tuberose the year before? Because I've grown them this year for the first time, and mine are just nowhere near as tall as that, but they are in flower right now. Love it. Elaine, well done. You've done so well. You really have. You love looking at your garden.
And also to get, tuberose aren't the easiest thing to get to flower, so the result you've had with them is just phenomenal.
Right, who else we got here? Where's Tony? Let's have a little look at Tony. Oh, asters, yeah. I mean, the asters are now, they're just all coming out now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing, this is why I kind of love the pictures that people send in, because if you think that autumn is a time of year the garden's going to bed, you look at all the different plants that are flowering their socks off right now.
I want to keep my garden going as long as possible. I'm not ready for winter. I'm really not. So thank you for that one. There's another picture as well. And, it's got the Goya.
Yeah, Gora. Yeah.
Yes.
I like the pink one. I love the pink one.
Very nice. That's been big actually, hasn't it? Isn't it? Oh, is that not mirroring?
So hopefully we get it up.
For some reason, Stu can still see the aster. I've got it up on the iPad here. Should I do it again? I'll do it again. See if this works. Bear with us.
That's another good thing about Gora, though. I mean, they flower for so long, month after month after month.
They are so low maintenance, aren't they? You're just getting it for you. For some reason, the iPad's not connecting.
Sunny, well-drained spot, and just plant them and leave them. Give them a little trim after they finish flowering, leave them through the winter, trim them back in the spring again. to the new little shoots at the base, and they just zoom away again all
so,
summer.
if you want to ever be part of the live show, and we've got loads of you watching today, thank you so much. You can chat with us on YouTube. There's a lovely community there. You can chat on Facebook, and you can email your pictures like this. There's Agora. Got there in the end. ygtv@yougarden.com. But some lovely pictures coming in. So thank you so much. And Tony Tony has called me Bex, but I think we're very similar. But thank you, Tony, for that. Now, apparently there's an email coming from Jonathan. Where's Jonathan?
Jonathan.
Is that Jonathan? Yeah, I've got him with a Salvia. Oh my word! Sorry, I've just seen.
That's looking a bit familiar. That's Salvia amistad. There you go. That's the end.
Does
of
that look like yours?
that's my husband's Salvia amistad.
So is that the front garden?
Yeah, that's John's front. This is the end. Yeah, because there's most of the gardens at the front of the bungalow. This is the end of the bungalow, and there's a little strip of soil around the end, south facing. John's had this amistad there for about 3 or 4 years now.
John, it looks great.
And he's planted next to that gorgeous sambucus as well. So
that works really well, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, thanks, Jonathan.
Yeah,
thanks,
John, I've got to say, from what I've seen, I much prefer the front garden to the back garden.
Oh, okay. Right.
Joking! I'm joking. I'm joking. So, if you've just joined us, Adam has the back garden. That's your garden. John has the front garden.
Yeah.
You can imagine both gardens are stunning.
And the bungalow's kind of the separation zone.
Yeah. Right. Let me see what Amanda's put here as well. So Amanda, where is Amanda? Here she is. She's asked about roses. Morning team, morning Amanda. I'm Sean, by the way, Sean Ryan. This is Adam Woolcott. Here's a couple of pics. Ignore my holy hosta. You needed some straws for that by the looks of things. I've started a new border. It's a work in progress. I was wondering if anyone knew the name of this rose. Yes, we do. That's raspberry ripple, isn't it?
I was going to say raspberry ripple. Yeah, I would say so. There are similar ones, but I'm going to go for raspberry ripple as well.
Amanda, we both say that looks like raspberry ripple to us, doesn't it?
That's a lovely rose.
Yeah. Amanda, does are all the roses different on it, like different patterns and stuff? Yeah. I'm sure that's
it's sort of like one of the jumping gene ones,
that's
isn't it?
Right, yeah. It's a great rose. Very unusual, very beautiful. So, yes, thank you, Amanda, for messages today. Oh, my word. So, Elaine, I asked you about your tube rose. You only got yours in March. So, yours, you'll be pleased to know, Elaine, yours have done better than mine. Mine are in flower, but they're not as tall as that.
I never even got mine to come up.
Do you not?
No. There's still on that holy grail thing that I need to crack.
Mine took... I'm going to say some of them took 5 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, Amanda.
Oh,
is that one abracadabra? Oh, I thought it was raspberry ripple.
I was going to say raspberry ripple.
Oh, it's this one. Oh. Do you think it's Shanda's Beauty? Or is it too pink?
I was going to say peace, but like...
Could be. Do you know what? It could be peace.
It could be peace because they start off that colour and then they go yellow and off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm going to say peace.
I think it could be peace.
I'm going to go with peace.
Yeah, because it's more pink than the Shanda's Beauty would be, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Does that ring a bell, Amanda? It's like, yeah. Amanda's like going, yeah, I think I bought the peace rose. So let us know. Because the peace rose is a lovely combination of pink and sort of like amber tones. So, yeah. Right. So I hope if anyone else is, if you're watching it, I'm going, no, it's not the peace rose. Sean and Adam, you're wrong. Let us know. I have to say, we sell so many roses here at YouGarden. We've got hundreds. Sometimes it's not the easiest to identify them all. No,
and quite often roses in bud look very different to when the rose is fully out.
Absolutely. So. You know, I remember when I started working years ago, asking Peter, our head gardener, it it was the yellow rose. I was going to say Alfred Bow, but it wasn't. Which one was it?
Oh, Whiskey Mac? No.
I've got to.
I don't know what you mean. Is it got a whiskey name in it?
It'll come to me. But anyway, I looked at the images on our website. I was like, but the rose looks completely different. And he said, yeah, but that's the journey of a rose. From the bud to it being at its best and then going over, quite often there's a massive colour change, isn't there? Yeah. Right. Anyway, we're going to go back to, I hope that was the peace rose. We're going to go back to our pre-planted hanging baskets. By the way, we're live till 12. If you want the Salvia amistad, that has been a big seller today, so do put that in your basket. But these are our easy peasy baskets. We've done all the work for you. We've planted the Pansy cool wave. We've grown them on, and all you need to do is get them out of the box and hang them off. That is it. That is it. Easy peasy.
And this is how they arrive. All fully grown on, looking gorgeous, looking so. Look at the colour mix on those as well. Some are kind of more purple, some are kind of like sort of whiter colour as well. These you can actually leave just in this planter if you wanted to. You could sit this on your table in your garden or anywhere. You can sort of on the patio, but they do come with hangers. So, and I know, see, I mention this quite a lot. Right across the nation right now, in thousands of gardens, there are very, very lonely hanging basket brackets.
Yes.
Hanging there. Some are new, some are looking rusty, some have not had it, some have just got like things like string hanging off them or cable ties or something. Get these, hang these on those brackets, cheer that wall up, cheer that garage up.
I'm not being funny, they're working out just over £10 a basket as well.
Delivered.
Delivered. Yeah, and they're really heavily planted as well. Now, these straps, by the way, when they arrive, people often ask me, how do you manage to send baskets through the post? They're strapped in like this. That just stops any of the plants moving and coming out in transit. The clips are separate. There's some clips that just clip on here so you can hang them up, but again, they're separate. But often our baskets will come with things like airbags in them to stop any kind of movement in transit. All of our packaging is 100% recyclable as well. And these are actually double boxed. They come with an internal box as well. So they should arrive in perfect condition. And you do get the pair for £21.23. And that's if you're a club member. If you're not a club member, join today and you will save a fortune over the next 12 months. Do you know, I've just thought about the rose that I was thinking of that changes so much. It was the Arthur Bell. It's come back to me.
Arthur Bell,
yes. So the Arthur Bell rose just changes colour so much from bud to say bloom. Right, this has been a massive top seller today on our live show. It's the Salvia amistad. You've definitely persuaded me to buy several, Adam.
Yeah, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, and the good thing about it, it's a perennial that will come back year after year, and it gives you that colour late in the season, all the way from August, even into November.
Hey, do you know what I'm thinking? What about next to some white anemones?
Yeah, that'd look good. That'd look beautiful.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. And it's got great height to this as well, so it's good for sort of back of the border. What it likes a sunny position. And it likes really well-drained soil. Now, we're always honest about things here. Don't plant this on heavy clay soil. It won't get through winter on heavy clay soil. But if you've got, up against the house where you've got that dry soil, sometimes where the cats do their doo-doos, that kind of soil I'm talking about, that's the kind of position they like to grow in, that kind of dryish soil. Well-drained.
Lovely image there, Adam.
Yeah, but we all know that bit of soil, don't we? We all know that bit of soil round our house. Yeah. This is where that would grow. So rather than having cat doo-doos there, why not have a beautiful Salvia amistad instead?
Hey, if my cat Teddy is watching, do not be offended by that, Teddy. Right, Salvia amistad, snap it up while you can. That is an amazing plant. You see the size of it in a 3-litre pot, ready to plant right now, $9.34 for club members.
Great foliage as well.
It's lovely foliage, isn't it?
Snapped off then. I'm just enjoying that.
Thank you, by the way, to everybody today. We really appreciate you watching and you ordering. Some lovely comments as well, as ever. And it's been nice to work with Adam. We don't get to work together that often, do we?
No, it's great. It's nice to catch up with you, Sean.
Yeah, very nice to catch up with you too, Adam. Right, Stu, who's producer and director today, who's got the most amazing sense of humour, said, "Oh dear, what can the Matterhorn be?" He's a losing. that was a front slip. What I wanted to say was he's alluding, not a loser, alluding to our next hydrangea, the magical matterhorn, which is reduced today from $34.99 to $16.99. I adore hydrangeas, but our magical series are simply magical, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, they're just such spectacular plants. They give you these great big sort of conical flower heads, and the flowers change colour. Sometimes when they first come out, they can be kind of a sort of a white colour, and they can fade to lime greens. Sometimes you get hints of pink.
I was going to say a little bit of pink sometimes,
as well. So, don't be in a hurry to cut the flower heads off, because they will keep changing. They're chameleon-like, the flower heads on here. You can see on that one a little bit of pink sort of coming in, and it's a paniculata type. Now they're great because so easy to prune. So if this ever gets taller than you want it to be, and by the way, these never get particularly tall anyway, but if it gets a little bit out of shape or taller than you want it to be, late winter, mid-spring, cut it down to whatever height you want it to be, above a leaf joint. All the new shoots will come through and they'll flower exactly the same year. Simple as that. But to be honest, don't even think about pruning this for the next couple of years or so. All I would do eventually is probably just take these dead flower heads off about the end of October. The foliage turns a lovely yellow colour before it drops. It's hardy, this as well. And actually, as hydrangeas go, I find once these are established, they're reasonably drought tolerant.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, they'll take a lot drier conditions than, say, the mop-head hydrangeas. Yeah. So sun, shade, pots, beds and borders.
I just find the magical series just exceptional on so many different levels. Offers so much more. The shape of the flowers, the colour changing aspect. But as you say, when established, they do tend to be that little bit more drought tolerant.
And also what I find is now the rigidity of the stems really supports those flowers. There was a time when they first brought out these types that, when the flowers were heavy, they drop right down. They kind of, end up going out and they're flopping down on the grass in the morning. But I find these ones tend to stay more upright than the previous types.
Now, I do think hydrangeas work really good en masse. One in a pot looks great, or one in a bed and border. But when you see them throughout a border, if you imagine 3 of these just placed perfectly along your border, or even a whole border just full of hydrangeas. So do think about that while I've got this price as well. 511, that was quick. 511 551. Right, let's remind you, we've had such a good time this fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Got about 20 minutes left, so still time to see a few more plants and to answer more queries and questions. But here's a reminder of some of your favourites. So this is our rose of the week. It is the Margaret merrill, which is a heartless rose, and all heartless roses are always bred to be disease resistant. They are repeat flowering. They will give you the most amazing scents as well. This is highly fragrant. I would regard this fragrant as strong, actually. And don't forget, it is the rose of the week. So for 1 week only, you have got a price of just $14.44 for club members. And you will get free postage on everything as long as you use that offer code, which is YGTV3925. Then this is, I think Neil went for these, didn't he? These are our green twister echinacea. Now, echinaceas are beautiful perennials. They flower pretty much all throughout the summer months, but this one, what I love about it is the colour scheme. It's absolutely amazing. We're looking at, acid greens and yellows. We are really thinking of an echinacea that is out of this world. So if you do want to go for those, you will get all 3, don't forget, for just £12.97. Then also the pink elle has been extremely popular today. And this is a evergreen plant. It's going to produce the most amazing clusters of pink flowers all summer long. They are fragrant. You need to get quite close to them to get the most out of that fragrance. But it's a very compact, neat plant. We'll only go to about 60 by 60 centimetres, and that's 510 545. Then Plant of the Year at Chelsea 2017 is this Mojo berry. It's a Morus Natsanag, but I call it the Mojo berry because it's a small compact variety, only goes to about 1.2 metres, produces the most delicious fruits that are sweet, that are juicy, that are very high in antioxidants and a multitude of vitamins, and it does fruit for long periods. It's not just over in a few weeks, several months of fruiting. 310092. Then we brought you the tulip springtime doubles, and oh my word, these are the most outstanding, what I call petalicious tulips. I know these as peony tulips because the flowers do resemble the peony structure and shape. I often find as well that the doubles, I think these are a bit more resilient to bad weather. You know, some classic tulip shapes can get easily ruined by a little bit of wind and heavy rain. I think these are a bit more resilient, but they are absolutely breathtaking. The colours are amazing as well. You might even think of doubling up and buying more than one bag, but you will get 15 bulbs for £9.99 or £8.49. And then also really popular today has been our Nandina, lemon and lime. Not surprised at this price. Just £11.99 or £10.19 for club members. And this is a plant that is so easy, it's so low maintenance. Beautiful green and lime green foliage all year round. Stays nice and compact, so again about 60 centimetres or so. But it's a brilliant plant to have as a centerpiece in a pot and container, and then you can just plant around it with summer bedding, winter bedding, spring bulbs, whatever you fancy. 511269. Now don't forget, Adam and I, we've tried to show you as much as possible during the live show, but it's all there on the website, so go to YouGarden.com. And if you're not able to see all of the show, or if you miss the show, don't forget you can catch up any time as well. Where are you on that picture, Adam? But you're here, there you are. But yeah, you can also watch any of the previous shows, and quite often the offers may still be available for a few weeks after the live show. But just a reminder, everybody, I know all you regulars know this, but if you are new, if you put in our special offer code, that changes every week. But this week's offer code is YGTV 3925. We've added the code, and suddenly we've got free postage, and we are saving so much more. So without the code, we're paying £73.93. We add the magic code, and suddenly we've saved nearly £20. So yes, the off codes are not to be sniffed at. Now, Adam, we have been really busy today.
That's a surprise me.
But the offers are amazing. By the way, Amanda's just sent in the picture of the rose.
Oh,
I don't think it is a piece, do you?
it's not a piece.
No.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to pass. I'm gonna have to pass on that one.
And we don't think it's Shanda's Beauty.
I've got to be honest. I don't know.
I think it's a bit pink for Shanda's. Hang on.
There's so. I think it's an older variety of rose.
Yeah, I do.
And I've got one at the back of my mind, and I just can't think of it. But no, I don't think it's not Pace. Definitely
It's
not
just
Pace.
too.
Is Bex still watching? Because Bex has a good memory for roses. Yeah. Oh, compassion.
So I don't think it's Shanda's because it's too pink.
No, it's got that. I'm going to do. I'm going to actually. I don't know if I can take a picture.
Can you see why I thought it was Shanda's though?
Oh
No,
yeah.
But it's too pink.
Yeah, I'm going to get shooted, and I'm going to investigate that when I'm at home. I'm going to research it because I want to know.
It's bugging us now, isn't it?
So Stu's going to send me it, and then I'm going to have a little flick through. It's because that was the first job I did when I left school. I worked at a rose grower nursery, and it's reminding me of one we grew back then. So that's why I think it's an older variety.
I always find with roses, if you've got them in front of you and you've got the fragrance as well, it makes such a difference. Because I know a lot of the roses here from the fragrance, But Amanda, we've been pretty useless on that one.
There are tens of thousands of varieties of rose out there. To be honest,
there are.
You're going to be you're an incredible human if you knew every single rose that had ever been bred.
So Amanda, we'll keep working on that one, okay?
Yes, somebody else watching might know. So somebody else might have an idea. But
anyway, Amanda. So Stu's going for compassion.
That's what we need at this moment. We need some compassion for our limp kind of suggestions there.
And to think that I boasted earlier, I said, ask any question. We're 99.9% sure we can answer between us.
Oh, see, that's that 0.
Yeah.
We know it's not Blue Moon.
We know, yeah, we definitely do. Right, but Amanda, thanks for joining in. Whatever, you've got a beautiful rose there. Right, super busy today. Amazing offers. Don't forget, I know lots of you have got plants in baskets. Make sure that you get some compost. Now, the price today, and hopefully, we don't like. This isn't about hard selling. This is a garden show and a garden community. I am, however, just going to caveat that with this is the best price per litre on compost currently that we've had all year. So,
and to add on to that as well, it's our most 5-star rated, reviewed, revered, loved product that we do. So it's been for a long time.
So if you need some compost, today's the day to add some to your order. I genuinely have used this for many, many years, if not decades. It's a compost we grow everything at the nursery. That's a pub garden that I look after in the village. I'm just currently repotting the pots and containers. But it was amazing. In fact, Stu we filmed that in autumn last year, and then Stu and the team came back and filmed. I say Stu and the team, it was just Stu. But he came back in March, April and filmed, and honestly, everything looked amazing. It really did. And I put that down to, obviously the plants from your garden, but the compost.
And what struck me there, Sean, when you were pouring that compost out, the way it just came out of the bag, all broken up, all fibrous and loose and open and airy. I mean, I'll be honest, I've bought other composts in the past, and when I've opened the bag, it's like it's sort of consolidated into one mass. Look at that.
Yeah, that's what the pub garden looked like 6 months later. There's all bulbs from YouGarden, by the way, and the pansies. But yeah, and do you know what? I remember the pub customers being so overjoyed with the displays. It was a really horrible winter last year. It was really wet and cold, and springtime, so everything looked amazing. But a lot of that is down to this compost. So treat yourself today. Add some to your order. Do join the club. If you're not a club member, you're going to save £3 on the compost today. And the club membership is only £10 per year, and you get all the vouchers sent to you as well. So honestly, if you're not a club member, join the club. You will save a fortune over the year. Something else that we saw some pictures of Elaine's garden earlier, and she used a lot of, our bark, our mulch, and it made such a difference. So that is also available. I used it in the pub garden. It sort of tidies everything up, but it is multi-purpose as well. It's a great weed suppressant. It also, we had a really dry summer, it really helped keep moisture in.
Definitely.
Yeah,
because it stops the heat, penetrating through as well. It keeps the weeds at bay. And also, it keeps the frost out of the ground as well. So, if you've got some delicate bulbs, you might have left some dahlias in there, for example.
Yes.
Stop the frost getting down and turning them to mulch, to mush.
So I know we've actually got more of you watching than we've had in a long time today. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. But you do save so much money when you shop with us on YGTV. And and normally you get lots of helpful tips and advice as well, apart from it comes to identifying a particular rose.
That is so bugging me, that rose. Somebody out there must know this rose. Put us out of our misery.
Right. We are going to tell you, though, about our Escallonia, the pink elle. Again, it's been really popular. This is what you're going to get. £12.74 is your club price. Beautiful and evergreen right now. And this isn't suddenly going to go over. This is going to stay looking good throughout the winter. Actually, when I think about Escallonias, Adam, you know, some things they stay evergreen, but they look a bit tatty by the end of the winter. This tends not to.
No, it still looks good all the year through. In fact, some Escallonias, they develop like all these black spots over the leaves, and then the leaves turn yellow and drop off, and they just look really wiry and scruffy. And in the end, you think, you know what, I want rid of you. But this, even in the middle of the winter, because it never gets particularly tall, only about 50 to 60 centimetres, it just always looks cheerful, happy, glossy, verdant, evergreen, shiny. It looks like we've sprayed it with leaf shine. We haven't. That is the natural lustre that these leaves have. So all the year through, you've got that wonderful, wonderful foliage, but then for a long, long time through summer, these conical heads of pink flower that are fragrant, they've got a little green eye right in the very, very middle, covered in pollinating insects, adored by the butterflies, great for containers, beds and borders, really easy to look after, drought tolerant once established, really frost hardy. It's just one of those shrubs that just ticks so many boxes.
Yeah, we're really busy, so for that. Loads of orders coming in. Thank you so much. But say, whatever you do, use that offer code. You get free postage and everything, and you get all the discounts as well. You've also loved the Mojo Plant of the Year at Chelsea 2017. That is a huge award. If I was a plant, that's the award I'd want. And it is... First of all, it's a compact variety. It goes to about 1.2 metres, but it fruits for a long time as well, Adam.
It does. I mean, I can remember as a kid, some nursery rhyme about dancing around the mulberry bush. You'd look a bit of an idiot dancing around this one, because this one only gets to about 1.2 metres tall. So if you want to grow mulberries, a really beautiful, sweet fruit, and take my word for it, because customers, some of my customers' gardens have these, and I pick the fruit and eat them, and they're really sweet. They're like kind of like deluxe blackberries, if you like. Really
Deluxe
lovely.
Blackberries, 310092 for that one. Don't forget, we have the clematis. They're available still, and you can check those out more on the website. Then, really popular today, the world's first full-size trailing pansy. It's a pansy top wave. Now, these are plug plants and need a little bit of growing on for the next 4 weeks, so in 9 centimetre pots. But it's a trailing pansy, but it's a world first full-size trailing pansy.
Yeah, so if you imagine the pansies you've grown for many, many years in your beds and borders, in your garden with those great big flowers, well, imagine that now being lifted out the ground and put into a container where it can trail, but giving you those full-size flowers that's going to go all the way through the winter till spring like this. This isn't like, somebody hasn't put a big ball of oasis in the middle there and stuck all these pansy flowers in it to create this look.
Now that's real, look.
You know, this is how they grow. This is what this does. So now you can have those full-size pansies in that amazing mix of colours, trailing as well, and you'll even get a little bit of fragrance.
Yeah. So amazing. 10 months of colour. World's first, exclusive to YouGarden, and that is 401705. Now, also, the other trailing pansy that we've got for you is the Cool Wave. Now, these are garden ready, so there is a difference in terms of size. They're ready to go. They're bigger plants, but they still trail all through the autumn, the winter, the spring, nudging into early summer, 10 months of colour. But they are garden ready. They are bigger plants. They are ready to be planted on right now into your pots, containers and hanging baskets. The only difference between top wave and cool wave is the size of the flower. They are slightly smaller with the cool wave. The top wave are up to 25% bigger flowers, but both are beautiful. And then don't forget more pansies, but these are the Britannia mix, and these are an upright pansy. So these ones won't trail, but they are brilliant in your beds and borders. They are upright pansies in the red, white and the blue. 410009. And then if you want a bit more of a designer look, then we have got the Viola, which is a tiger's eye, the sorbet tiger eye, 849 for 10. The markings on those are amazing, aren't they?
That's an incredibly beautiful viola, that one.
And then we also brought you the crazily priced Nandina lemon and lime. Loads of you ordering this. It's 10.19 for club members. That's the size you get, by the way, so it will come in the 17 centimetre pot. That is the foliage, which is just beautiful. I mean, that's really almost alive, that colour. It's lime and vibrant.
And like the pink elle we were just talking about, it looks this good all the year through. Evergreen foliage, upright, hardy. Don't worry about those white marks you can see on the leaf there. That's just the lime from our watering. There's not mildew or anything like that. These don't get pest or diseases. Drought tolerant. will grow in full sun, part shade. They can flower eventually. They produce berries, only get to about 50 to 60 centimetres tall. We were talking about the cool wave and the top wave. This would make a great accompaniment to them as well. If you're trying to create some winter tubs and pots and you want a mainstay plant in the middle, put these in the middle, put your cool wave, your top wave, your Britannia round the edge. You've got an evergreen shrub in the middle. You've got flower all the way through the winter. You've got something that's going to look as good in midwinter as a container might in midsummer.
And I always think and I have lots of pots and containers, but if you're going to replace everything in there every season, it works out very expensive. But that will stay as the centrepiece in a pot and container all year round. And then you can just change the planting around it. Summer bedding, winter bedding, and spring bulbs. Fantastic plant, and one that both of us have used a lot in our gardens. I did a makeover for a friend and used several Nandinas. Quick reminder, Neil, I know you bought these. These are the Echinacea Green Twister. You get 3 of them for $12.97, and this is an echinacea that is out of this world.
Look at it. I mean, that's a lot of colour for one flower, isn't it? I mean, the centre of the flower is gorgeous, and then the way these colours fuse out from the middle, that deep, deep purple, then the end's like a limey green colour. Sometimes you get a little bit of yellow on the end. I can just see lots of butterflies and pollinating insects landing on these, drinking all that gorgeous nectar, transferring the pollen from one plant to another. These are upright stems. They don't need staking, full sun, well-drained position. They're perennial. They'll come back year after year for you. Beds and borders or containers, you decide. But these are really, really joyful, and they make good cut flowers as well.
Now, we're just going to say a big thank you to everyone. Thanks for the new viewers as well. I know we had some new club members today as well, and you will not regret joining our club. You know, it was £10. You're going to get all those vouchers, don't forget, as well, and you're going to save 15% on every order that you make for the next 12 months. You can order after. Just please use the code, which is YGTB3925. You do need to always use that code. It changes every week, but it will unlock all the promotions. And as well as giving you all the offers, it will, of course, give you free postage as well. Now, for those of you that first use the phone lines, they will be open first thing tomorrow morning, but you can, of course, order online this Sunday. For myself, Sean Ryan, you can find me on social media, Sean Ryan, presenter and plant man. You're under Adam Walcott, aren't you, Adam?
Adam.Walcott, yeah, on social media.
So if you want to find us there, we would love to see you. And we are live again on Thursday from 10 o'clock till 12. Now I'm going to be with you this afternoon, but I'm gonna go into my TikTok mode. That's my TikTok mode, Adam, because TikTok's a bit faster, isn't it?
It's quite pacey.
Yes, I'll be just me, sadly, this afternoon. But we are, doing it live this afternoon from about 1 till 4, and myself, Adam, and Bex will all be here on Tuesday. We're doing a mega live on TikTok from, it's 10 till 10, isn't it?
12 hours, half a day.
We'll be fine. Right, thank you so much. It's been wonderful to spend a few hours with you. From myself, Sean and Adam, and of course, Stu. Have a lovely day, whatever you're doing. Take care.
Bye.